What up?
That was very loud and sweaty.
Yeah.
That was good, man. You get a little bit.
I don't know if it's my headphones or.
What's up? Are you feeling? Am I loud and you're quiet? Is that how you feel?
Yeah.
That's how I feel too. Maybe I'm a little bit.
All right, there.
Bring the microphone up.
Bring it up to my face. Put it up in my face. Up this way. All right, I'll put it right here. All right. The last time I was like, I felt I was better off in there, but hold on.
Yeah.
Well, now, am I there?
We're still working on
still-
the kinks.
You're good now.
See,
We are
everything's
good now.
affected now. Like even the sound waves are affected.
Boof.
The next 4 years is gonna suck.
Oh man, we don't know yet. It's gonna be weird.
Oh,
man.
absolutely.
It's gonna be weird. I mean, listen. I mean, I think that it's been a telltale. It's been a telltale situation in the American political world that every time something like this happens, we're like, it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck, and it keeps sucking, and it keeps sucking. But I just look. I'm right now. I'm excited for it because it's 4 years of jokes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you got like good material, but
yeah,
me, the accountant, just got like sort of like a forecast in taxes and financial stability, and just think of it in terms of this. Think of what it was like during the housing crisis and the big, bubble burst and all the shit that came with it during the Bush administration, and now times it by like 300. Yeah.
Good. The good news is that, man, I've been broke long enough that I'm used to it. So,
yeah.
I think that we do pretty well out here in the Shenandoah Valley, and that we've kind of like made ourselves status quo proof. So, you can be broke and still be cool out here. So, I mean, whatever. I'm just looking forward to aliens landing. I'm looking forward to as a fundamental anarchist. For me, it's just like, and I forget who it was that said, they're like, you just want to see the world burn. I'm like, yeah, a little bit. So, we're just going to go in there. Big Papa Trump coming in there with the NWO. It's literally like NWO in the WCW. And I think he actually modeled the whole thing after it. That's why he brought in Hollywood Hogan.
All I know is when you
Hollywood Hogan.
You can't make
Brother.
anything better economically by worrying about where people's dicks go and what their gender is.
Yeah.
Why are we even talking about that? What, Like, I'm pretty sure, like, everyone's like, but what about my eggs? Like, okay.
Yeah.
I just want to say I told you so.
I saw Little Duval. Well, I think I don't think anybody, this is the way I thought about it. People made their minds up a long time ago.
Yeah.
and they made them up on their own issues. So like, whereas there's some people that are definitely concerned about whether it's body autonomy, a bunch of different issues. This was one of those elections where it seemed like a lot of people chose one issue, and that's what they voted on. And whoever had the most of those ideas seemed to have won. But it also seemed like a lot of people were concerned about a couple of things. But those things he didn't address day one.
No, not at all.
So
yeah, I mean, so surprise, psych, like, dude, what did everybody like? I mean, honestly, what did everybody think was gonna? What did everybody really think?
So I think the people that
I'm not surprised.
It was gonna be turkey. No, man. I mean,
I think there's a lot of people that are very surprised. There's a lot of people that are probably in the Rust Belt that were thinking he was going to bring jobs back through like changing things like trade agreements right away. There's a lot of things that could have been done day one. Now, I am they never showed me the video of them killing JFK and being like, we do what we want. But I do think that if I got in there, first things, like my executive orders would be really like easy. We're going to hire a bunch of border security people because obviously there's a problem. And the only thing that's going to fix it is putting money into a system and hiring more people and getting investing.
Man, I don't know. At the end of the day, it's one of those reasons. One of the reasons why I chose to live out here is because we got to be away from all of that noise. We get to worry more about like what's popping at the Catamount Lounge.
See that's how it's like. That's how it is a little bit, but that's not how it's always going to be. Because it's going to be little things like that. The issue we had at the library over here.
Yeah, but man, so on both sides of that, there are valid arguments on both sides, right? And like whether people like it or not.
All right, so what is the valid reason on the other side? The banned books.
So the banned book stuff. It's not necessarily the banned books that like I think that got that issue was taken up as the forefront of it. The major issue, and that's what kind of was masking the actual underlying issue. And if you look into it, had to do more so with what was happening budget wise and what was a lot of money got lost. Okay, like a lot of money got lost. And that was more so the issue than the banned books. The banned books was the Moms of Liberty Moms, whatever the
that's the vocal group. That's what everybody's hearing.
But that's what they're hearing. The major issue, though, the major underlying issue came down to misappropriated funds and stuff like that. So
this town seems to have a very big problem with misappropriated funds, no matter who's in power, and then it only gets passed along to the taxpayers.
You ever heard about the Pentagon?
Well, see, but the Pentagon isn't somebody you see walking down the street, though. That's the thing. Like the Pentagon is insulated. There's a thing that goes along with that. I moved out here right before the McDonald bullshit, and nobody got in trouble for that shit. That's a glaring thing with this town. Now, I don't know anybody who's in the city council, but to me, from an outsider that came from Northern Virginia, this place is corrupt as fuck.
Well,
like $26 million, and then everybody's taxes went up. Right. Everybody's taxes. I live in town and don't own shit. My personal property taxes went through the fucking roof. You know who should be footing that? Everybody that fucking they caught with that money.
Yeah, but the thing, like, so there's some weird stuff about this. I know a lot about.
I mean, as soon as the dude shot himself, I knew his shit was weird as fuck.
Well, the question, and there's this conspiracy theory. You guys ready for some local conspiracy theories? Local conspiracy theories. Local conspiracy theories include McEachern actually didn't shoot himself. He's in witness protection because in order to get rid of $26+ million, you have to hang out with a bunch of people whose last name ends in a vowel. If you know what I'm saying. So like it's there's a lot that goes on with that, and it was sad the way things happened because you're right, there was like 7 or 8 people that absolutely benefited from it.
And they know their names.
Yeah, they did. Now the weird part is, and I know some people that are on the current EDA, I know some people that are on the past EDA, I know some people in between. The weird part about it is that the FBI and the CIA were just like, I don't know, man, I don't know what to tell you. They kind of shrugged and said,
yeah,
and so with that being said,
that's weird to me.
Well, then pass the bill on to them.
Well, no, so wait, so dun, 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 dun. So my theory on it, or there's myself as a few other people, is that this is something that's going to be a larger scale investigation that they're doing, and they're not trying to blow their wad on the Little Front Royal EDA scandal, because they're probably, I think, and that's just what I think.
I'll blow my wad for the EDA if the price is right.
But I know some guys that are on the current EDA, and they're trying to make things right. They're trying to, without taxation. Right now. Here's the thing: is that the town has it's a lot. We're footing a big bill right now.
Yeah.
And if you live in town, you're feeling it. And and you're gonna feel it, and it's gonna happen. And they're doing this. It's a new board that's on.
Could have been worse.
And they're trying. Yeah, and they're really, this new board that's on is really trying to. They're willing to, there's talks about what they're going to do there with the big parcels of land that they have that they confiscated. Eventually we should see some sort of move forward where it's not going to affect the taxpayers. My personal hat in the ring is they have this amazing part of agricultural industrial land over by the village, which is, we're just sitting there. We need to, I don't see why we don't turn that into a massive, once Virginia gets its head out of its ass, gets onto the recreational cannabis program, we could turn Front Royal. We have the resources to become a major agricultural center, especially for cannabis. Why not create two things? We could create a destination attraction where we could provide a large cannabis farm where, and my thing about, I've got this dream where it would be aquaponic you'd have an outdoor operation as well as an indoor operation. The indoor operation being powered by aquaponics, that would be a zero waste facility that would produce, with the fish that would be used in the aquaponics. Yeah, the fish and the excess vegetation create a fertilizer, sell the fertilizer to farms or to subsidize to farms, sell the cannabis as a product itself. And I've run this by a couple of people that are in power. A couple of them were like, "Yo, that's a very interesting take on things." There's a couple of them that were, they're societally influenced. They still think it's the devil's lettuce.
Dude, all right, so but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they think. Right. So I feel the same way about, there's a lot of fucking vape shops in town. There's not really that many because a lot of them have closed down. There's a lot of them in town, right? And every time I see somebody talk about what's opening up, they make the sarcastic remark. But I saw that we'll get into this right now. The fact that there was a lot of cops around all the fucking vape shops in town. And they were basically, from what I understood, they were going to check and make sure that they weren't selling illegal drugs out of there.
They straight up took inventory. They took inventory to take it to go be tested. They can
test it on premises. It's easy. It's a kid, bro. I got caught for it before. They tested that shit quick as shit. Told me it was weed.
I gotta ask my friends that have better knowledge than I do. But just my outside eye looking in, it was just a numbers. It was pumping numbers. You know what I mean? It was any business does. They got to pump their numbers. They were, there's a failed war right now on opioids in the area. So why not make it look like your crew is doing something? But I also think it was mandated by, it was a Virginia State Police thing. It wasn't a.
It wasn't.
And they're trying to take down the Tobacco Hut guys. They're not going to. It's the biggest way. It's not a secret that they're in there hustling cannabis products and cannabis use products. It's not a secret. But so it's very easy to target, right? Yeah. Now you know what is hard to target? Where the fucking kids are all buying their fentanyl, their heroin, their oxys, their all their shit. That's a bigger problem.
I'm so out of touch. I feel the same way I do when people mention some pop star's name, in terms of what they do. Yeah. For drugs, because I'm not I think about that shit they're medicine cabinet drug users. And I can't relate to that because I don't know anything about that.
You'd be surprised at how easy it is to get your hands on something like that. Even on the black market, you can order just pills if you want.
But that's so unsafe.
If you're really versed at it, you can, and I think that's what a lot of people are doing. Aside from finding their plug, which
I guess also I don't for cannabis. Even when I was younger, I would do is that Quran?
Up, yeah, come upstairs. All right, we'll see you in a minute.
But
hey, you got to hit him. You got as soon as he sits down. We'll be in the conversation, but you got to do an intro thing again. Just blast his ear. Get up, dude. It is so awesome. The guest response, last week, Nick and Isaac. Isaac not so much as Nick. Nick was funny as shit because he didn't realize it was gonna happen. He was just like, oh yeah, he's another another one of my friends here, and just hit. But where were we? Yeah.
So, like people that use like recreationally use prescription drugs, I don't even know what the signs are. Like back in the day, I know somebody if they was on Molly.
No,
like,
recreational. Recreational is easy. It's either this.
Yep.
Or
nodding off.
Or.
So I saw that one time at it was remember the venue, the Garage, like in Manassas. So we were it was the one in Manassas. It was a punk rock thing, and then EDM came in, and once EDM started playing more shows,
place, right?
yeah. Once the EDM started coming in, like that's when all the hardcore bands started doing fucking drugs.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
like we were older kids, we were like, why aren't you guys just smoking weed and drinking beer? What the fuck are you doing meth for?
Right.
So it became like a thing like that, and
It
then
was
like
super
they were
weird.
booting up stuff. But I saw a guy. It was I think it was Nero the Arsonist was playing, and this dude was like sitting down in a chair, and he slowly fell asleep with like M&Ms or no Reese's Pieces, like, and he spilled them all over his crotch, and he was just sitting there in this loud ass hardcore
I
show.
was there for that show. Okay. Like
Then guess what? You probably saw.
what?
You probably saw one of my bands play and didn't know.
Yeah, I probably did. Like I remember like going there and there's like lots of punk metal and stuff like that.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
all of a sudden I went there one
Yeah.
day and there was like EDM music and I'm like, what the fuck
Right.
is actually going on?
Entering
It
the
is so
arena, weighing in at 165 pounds, Curran,
Hello.
the Click Killer, sing.
Woo! It's Garone! He didn't know he's gonna be on camera, but he is right now. You done walked into the show. Oh, that's Corinne with an A. No, I'm just messing with you. That's how we start the show. That and the dog barking.
Yeah. That's he's like,
All right,
you're here.
You've been on before, right?
No, he should. He should. It's just a bunch of barking and assholishness.
Yeah, barky assholes.
He's a good guard dog.
A barky asshole.
He's protecting the headquarters, I guess,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah. I think it was in my opinion, a vast waste of police resource, time, and effort.
Yeah,
that went
absolutely.
into it's no secret what's going on in those buildings. If they didn't like it, they shouldn't have let it open, or they should have done this a long time ago, to let things get as far as they did. But and then everybody's response is, well, we're worried about the kids. We're worried about the kids. I was like, you're worried about the kids, and yes, then my argument still remains valid. Why are we not focusing our efforts on the opioids, the methamphetamines, the shit like that? Those problems.
Because like I don't know, I smoked weed when I was maybe 18. I was
Yeah.
definitely doing other shit way before that. So it's not a gateway thing. It's like hey,
that's been
why don't you guys pay attention to your kids?
well. I think it's been proven.
know?
It's been proven statistically and historically that the true gateway drugs are prescription drugs. I mean, you don't. The jump from marijuana or cannabis to all the other hard drugs, that was such a farce myth from yesteryear. The biggest potheads I know that have been potheads their entire lives don't do other drugs, or I don't even like using cannabis as a drug as I roll this
I don't really
cone.
I don't know. I definitely started drinking before anything else, so I would say that maybe that
Yeah.
can start, people's curiosity. But honestly, just pay attention to what your kids are doing. I definitely see a lot of kids are.
I feel like boredom's the biggest.
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, pull up the mic a little bit.
In the city,
Yeah.
I'm cool with smoking pot. I'm cool with drinking. But when I go to like some towns, I'm like, oh yeah, I can
Yeah.
see myself getting used
Right,
to meth.
right.
Honestly.
It's
Speaking
like
of,
those
Can you hear
parents
me?
that
Is this
are like.
working?
all right, there we go.
It's those parents that are like stuck working really hard and not ever being home, and then the kids are just left to their own devices at home,
I blame the
not
phones.
doing anything.
I blame the phones. Oh, there we go. Very cool.
I blame you. I blame you, incoming intruder. We had
Being all late
we
and
had
shit.
an intruder. His name is Curran Singh. He is an amazing local comedian and all around cool dude. He's going to be performing this Saturday night live at the Catamount Lounge. We do have promotional stuff up on the internet. There is a QR code on there that we highly recommend that if you were going to come to use. We are going to be having priority seating for people. These tickets are free, but we want to use them as a barometer of how and where and when we're going to seat people. So please, if you are going to plan on attending the show, get on that QR code. It's on Eventbrite, and get that stuff in. Curran, you speaking of war on drugs, you recently got to witness a pretty interesting event on the war on drugs.
I was advised not to speak about it for at least a few months.
All right, cool. Never mind.
I'll talk to you about it off air, but
yeah, all right, bet. Yeah, well,
we're gonna cuddle and talk.
Yeah, it's gonna be some pillow talk. Likes to tell me what they did next.
Speaking of pillow talk, you know what was awesome last night?
What was that?
The fact that I played that dance song and there was like gay people there, and it was the first time any song I ever played got a screaming ovation. I was so proud of myself.
Yes,
What did you play?
Oh, it's a bunch of fucking songs. Like I played Wicked Game, and then like I was like, "Oh fuck, I'm a superstar!" And then they left, and I like, dude. The funniest part is when they left, it was because a dude came up and he looked country as shit, so they fucking jumped up and dipped.
Nah, they had dinner reservations. They had dinner reservations.
It looked funny as shit because this the most front royalish, that like stereotypically front royalish person came up with an acoustic guitar and tight jeans, and like it looked like they were like, "Oh no."
Nah, they were cool. They came here.
No, they were really good. Like they asked me if I knew how to play Adele, or you did for them.
Find the most front royalish person.
Like me, but really light skinned with a big beard.
Beard, tight jeans, Carhartt jacket, camouflage somewhere on the body.
My name's James.
I know it depends because there's so many like clicks sort of. So like that could be like the guy that wears like
what people that
camo
don't
overalls. And
yeah. What people that don't live here think about this place?
Definitely Woodaloot type.
Yeah.
Like Woodaloot. I got my shotgun.
Well, so I think that, with that being said, we've done a good job of, especially at the Catamount Lounge, disproving these stereotypes, these socioeconomic stereotypes, because these people were actually referred by a group of other people of their same
Oh yeah, y'all got every type of white in there. I've yet to see a black person, but like y'all got every
Hey. If you got him and Jay together, that's one,
You're
all
like
right?
Yeah, I do count. You know why?
You're covert black person.
Yeah, I was. You know what counts?
You're like a mole.
No. See, I've always thought about it this way. So I remember looking at my race on the Iowa test, and I was definitely number 2, and so was DeAndre. So I know the government thinks I'm black. So I've always thought of myself as a secret agent, bringing up test scores and shit.
Oh, secret Asian.
No, dude. What if what if DeAndre was half Vietnamese and I didn't know, and they think I'm like Cambodian?
Hey man, you're secret Asian.
Huh?
You're secret Asian.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a
secret.
I don't ever
Asian
see
man.
the Indians as Asians. I mean, like they say we're Asian, but I look more like Bin Laden than Bruce.
So yeah,
Lee.
like
I stand on that.
So is there a separation once you come past like the Mideast? Like is there like a beige area?
Yeah, it's called Kashmir, I think.
Yeah, like because I mean, for like, there's a lot of MMA fighters that come out of Dagestan and like Chechnya, and they're all like Muslim.
They eat meat. They have a good protein source in their diet. Most of us are stick people. Some of our trees. We actually got quite a amount of tree people where we're from.
They were extras in the Lord of the Rings.
So I don't know that much. The drummer in one of my bands, his parents were from Pakistan, so I knew a little bit about Pakistan. But he would be like, "It's a wild place. You can do whatever inside your compound. That's why we build walls." And I was like,
"Bin Laden hid out there for 4 years."
But he would like talk about how like weed's not legal. If you smoke it in public, they'll beat you to death. But if you build like a fence around your house, you can like smoke weed and the police will see you because it's like your like king.
Property.
Yeah. So I was like,
king of the castle.
Yeah, I was like, that's some wild shit. But like I remember one time he said some wild shit because it is a Muslim nation, and he was all like, I think it was when it might have been when the Taliban killed some gay people, or like one of the countries over there. It might have been like Iran or something. And he was like, he thought about it a different way. He was like, yeah, but they knew what they were doing. That place is dangerous as shit. That's why I wouldn't drink beer over there. Like I wouldn't do these things because they'll kill you. So I still think it's abhorrent, but he was like, yeah, that's what they do. Like, because I'm sure he's heard like stories from his grandfather, like, yeah, my friend Billy got fucking pushed off a building. Like, but I think, I mean, we have some probably fucked up laws to them.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I mean, Iran apparently is the place other than Thailand with the most transgender people, like post-op. Because if you are gay, the government pays for you to have a sex change because it's okay to change your gender over there. But if you're gay, they're throwing you off a building.
Were you there for that dude when that dude Milo came with him? Yeah, you were there, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Milo has a whole joke. Yeah, he has a whole joke about that.
He actually used to be a woman. It's crazy.
You know, I knew that those titties felt real. Shout out to Milo Mack.
Yeah.
He's got a good joke about that, which is actually really funny. Yeah, it's wild, man. You know, I guess loopholes are loopholes, man. You know?
Yeah, everybody's got one. I mean, Jewish women be wearing wigs so people don't covet their hair. I didn't know about that. Yeah, so like
What?
you know,
I'm
so
so confused.
so I think it's
They're the best at
Orthodox.
loopholes, by the way.
Orthodox. Yeah. I think Ari Shafir talks about it in like Jew, the special that he did before his new one. So you know how like I guess they're the people that have like that are going into Palestine and are like making being like this is our land now. Like they have communes. I forgot what they call. Like there's some
Kibbutz?
Yeah, the kibbutz people.
Targets?
They cover their hair. Yeah, they cover their.
Yeah.
A lot of those women cover their hair in the same fashion that somebody would with in Islam or whatever.
Oh, I've been sending my girl a lot of hijab memes as like a joke. Now my algorithm is just like Islam and hijabs.
Are they like
hot ass
posing,
hijabs?
Hot.
I mean, you can only
blow
see
jobs,
their eyes.
hijabs.
They look like ninjas, bro. It's actually
Dude, you know what's messed up is that
Awesome.
you know what's messed up is like in back when it was still okay to be racially insensitive, back in the early 90s, my Korean friend, and I will preface it as he's Korean so that we can have a person of color, not a white dude taking the blame on this. When we were like in elementary school, he would always refer to like there was like a few like Reston was like one of the first areas in Northern Virginia that really became racially integrated, and so we had people from the Middle East and we had women in full hijabs come, and my friend, I believe his name out, but he just like, I'm sorry to laugh so hard, but when you're fourth grade and your friend's like, "Yo, Pakistani ninja," and I was like,
Jesus Christ.
Hey, he's a Korean dude, so he can get away with it. They were probably making fun of his little dick when he walked by.
Oh, dude.
But that was like, I'd wear a hijab. That should be tight.
Well, like I think in Judaism they have sort of the same rule because they don't want people coveting their hair. So there's a lot of like, from what I have gathered and what has been explained, they wear wigs made of other women's hair.
well, like their enemies.
Yeah. Let me look this up. But like in South Park, Stan's mom is like wearing
why
a
would
wig
you
the whole
want
time.
him to- like I'm so like
Kyle.
low key covert like narcissist here. Yeah, admire my hair. I'd show it off. Like hell yeah, look at my hair, bitches.
But you are not the Jew.
I'm not. I'm like.
I want to
yeah,
be a Jew, by the way. I just want to put that out there. Like if
Yeah, right. I would love to be Jewish. You know what? I am Jewish.
All right, so
Why?
it is.
Tell me why.
It
though.
is
What's your
Orthodox.
reason?
They're
What's
called.
your reason? I gotta know this.
They're chosen people. The fuck you mean?
Pull that mic
I don't know.
closer.
Lucifer was chosen, so hail Satan.
yeah.
So they're called shetzels,
Shetzels.
or Jewish wigs.
Shetzels.
They are worn by married Orthodox women.
Okay.
Because
Shetzels and
nobody
merkins.
should be
That's
coveting
something-
their
yeah,
hair.
Something I totally didn't know.
But these wigs serve as religious and cultural expression of adhering to specific guidelines outlined in Jewish law. The covering of hair with wigs continues after marriage. It demonstrates modesty, respect, and commitment to religious practices. And they have a bunch of fucking wigs, and you can choose the hair
Yo,
because it's got to be real hair.
Do
too.
I just do
It's
I
gotta
see
be
a
real.
$950 fucking wig?
Oh yeah,
That's
but
insane.
they're all
It's
they
made
all
from
have
the
to be
finest.
they all have to be. Oh, this is European. Oh my God, this is next level, yo. So this is some shit I didn't know.
Where did they get?
Yo,
the
they
hair?
specify.
It's-
Well, they got this from
They're
Europe because this
blessed
is
wigs.
this one is 950. It's 100% Jewish. It's 100% European, and it's 100% virgin. Virgin hair.
That's what's up, dude. I wonder if they
How do they check for that?
I wonder if they make.
It's
Yeah, well.
100% European virgin Jewish kosher human hair.
Does it come with
Kosher.
Does it come with a matching merkin?
Yeah, I knew it was blessed.
Nah, but all of them, I guess, it all has to be real hair because all these ones are 100%, and like they specify, it's somebody else's hair.
Do y'all remember that documentary that was it Chris Rock put out called Good Hair? It came out it came out right after he did that comedy special where he does good hair. He goes into the fake hair business. Dude, this shit is fucking crazy. There's different grades. You can get Asian, you can get like Chinese hair,
Who's
get
got
Indian
the best hair though?
I think it's the Chinese or the Japanese.
Even what if you want an afro though?
Do you know what people do?
Oh, the Japanese covet there. Y'all ever see The Last Samurai?
Yeah.
You know that one scene when he cuts off his hair, bro? You could have killed his family. I think you would rather be decapitated than just lose his hair.
It was.
I need it.
No, he was talking in the show. They talk about how they had a problem in like India. Also in India, Indian hair also does well. Just in case you have long pubes, bro. But they had a problem. People would go to movie theaters and sit behind people with long hair and fucking grab, cut, and run.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking crazy. That was some shit. It's a Chris Rock
man.
It's a Chris Rock documentary called Good Hair. It's about how black women have been told for so many years that they need to have white women's hair.
It's the adage when girls would get
they steal it?
What I remember what like
it was all about
so my aunts used to use hot combs, and that was like a fucking I remember hearing about that and hearing people scream when that hot comb hit your neck.
My stepsister used that.
Because like back in the day, so like back in like when they were like in school, like back in the 50s, like they didn't have electric hot combs, so they just had two plates that they would heat up in the fucking wood stove, and then my grandmother would take the hair and pull it out, so they would like it would come right out the motherfucking like wood stove, and they talked about these burns like they were the fucking worst shit ever, and I was like, dude, y'all should have just worn.
I honestly
an afro.
I love
Or a wig.
like a woman or even a man with like a big ass. Like I've always wanted curly hair. I love curly. I've had wavy hair, but since it turned gray, it's kind of like weird and short.
Yeah,
I had that
looks
shit.
Cool, honestly.
I mean, I wish I still had hair.
It's
My
beautiful.
My hair, honestly, it did look like the dude from Cody and Cambria's. It was fucking a big, weird,
you had
floppy
a big
afro.
you had a big curly.
Oh yeah,
mop.
I got a picture somewhere of me where I look like Bone Crusher because I'm like probably like 450 pounds wearing a fucking 4X like Rockaware shirt.
Yes,
and I got a big ass
exactly.
afro.
You've shown me this picture.
I'm also stuck in the 80s, so big hair is like.
Oh yeah, well
you know,
I mean
like,
when Maxine did her hair, you were like, "This is
like,
my
girl,
shit."
That bitch has some hair. Look at that. Yeah.
Did you ever perm your hair?
Absolutely. Yeah, my mom used to perm my hair all the
Dude,
time.
that shit.
To the point where like she wasn't very good at it. And like she would pull like the rods out and some of the hair would come with it, and I'm like, I mean, I was like 12 years old, so I was trusting the process.
Yeah,
it
girls
never turned out right.
Girls either had the perm or like the hair like DJ from Full House, like that big ass
absolutely.
like womp.
Yep.
The big ass rainbow on the front of their head.
That's like the most coveted thing. Is like the little corkscrew. Yeah.
I know.
The curly.
One of my uncles, the same one that got me a Nintendo, because he later told me he was a professional thief, and that was somebody else's Nintendo I got for Christmas. Same dude came back. When he came back from jail, he had a Jerry curl, and fucking that shit was hilarious. My dad and his brothers never let this dude live it down. They were like, "Don't get it on the couch.
Gotta
look at him.
So glow.
You gonna burn up just like Michael Jackson did."
I mean, it did smell nice though.
What, perms?
Like,
the Jerry curl.
Oh my god, I was about to say perm
He had
smell
to
like
spray that shit.
No, that smells like
sulfuric
burning.
dioxide, which it is.
Now,
like a fucking burning fart.
Most of my uncles had the R&B like weird afro looking thing where it was like an afro, but it was sort of like styled, like it had a part in it and shit.
A frolet?
Like, not even a frolet, because it wasn't long in the back. It was just like a styled afro. It was whatever was in the 80s.
Gumby?
Not even a Gumby, man. It was like just like mini afro. Like one of them had the Eddie Murray shit. My Uncle Charles.
Yeah.
He had like a little tight afro, but he would wear his fucking hat on top of it. So he had this Pittsburgh Steelers hat. He would smash down on top of it. It looked hilarious. I got to look up a picture of Eddie Murray.
Eddie Murray's.
It's all cyclical.
Not Murphy.
No, I know Eddie. Trust me, I'm an Orioles fan.
You know,
though.
like Jack Harlow got all these kids wearing the little. They all got their little curls now. Like the perm's making a comeback.
Dude, that shit is terrible, man. Let me tell you.
I see Indian people wear it. It's hilarious.
The worst is if you go to a wrestling. Because my daughter is like goes to like state tournaments and shit. and you will see so many young white kids with this same haircut. It's like it's curly. It's like a frolet. It's like,
it's just on the top.
It's on the top, and then they have it down the back. The high school out here, all of them had matching bleached just mullets. I was like, this is the most Front Royal shit I've ever seen.
I think, you know what I think is so funny about that is just across the board, not just in Front Royal, but like nationwide, professional athletes. Oh shit, I just unplugged myself. Professional athletes, amateur athletes, high school athletes, college athletes, is that there's this notion that crazy hair makes you tough. Like, these guys are like, what? Yeah, if we got crazy hair, we're tough, man. It's like, no, crazy hair means that you let your like cool auntie and her friends do you up like the gay dudes that they're trying to hang out with. Like, look at Odell Beckham, for instance. Like, that dude is like, that hair is supposed to be like, he's like, yeah, he like takes off his helmet.
It is lush, though.
It's lush, yes, but it's also like, yo, that's not who. I feel like Grandpa Simpson right now when he was watching the Simpsons episode where Joe Namath comes on TV and he shakes his hair and he's like, oh, that's a woman's haircut. He's like, now Johnny Unitas, that's a haircut you can set a watch to. And I don't know, that's the way I feel. I feel like they should be coming out like, yeah, I don't know, man, with the nice high and tights, like more like they're like like Terminator style robots than like, you know.
Now I'm gonna bring this back. This is what I can still do this. Like, I'm just gonna have to wear the hat full time because I can get the sides going. So I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, just don't ever take the hat off.
Eddie Murray's
I'm gonna do the mustache too.
Eddie Murray is in the top 5 greatest Orioles of all time.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite. It was funny. I was actually going through my baseball cards yesterday, and I have so many Eddie Murray cards. It's wild. No, but I just think it's funny too. But like Lita. I mean, you got to take it from a woman's standpoint. When guys are trying to be tough, and then it just like goes all the way around to being like super gay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is funny as fuck to me, man. Like,
it kind of gives me like the Samson and Delilah sort of like vibes, you know? Like,
okay.
Your strength,
wow.
Your strength is in your hair, right? So guys with luxurious hair, like maybe feel that way, sort of.
You know what I think it is?
Yeah, you see Mel Gibson in Braveheart. I don't think I would like that movie the same if he had like a buzz cut, honestly.
But that's different. That's different. That was like an effortless mullet. It's when these people have like this, like, it's like a gradient dye. There's like, it goes from like white to like blue, and then they got it like, I forgot. We were watching
K-pop.
You want to know the funniest mullet I've ever seen? It occurred on a bet. It was actually Brian Morton. He lost a bet and he had to shave he had to wear his mullet for a week. It was like crew cut on the top, and then he has curly hair, so it was curly in the back, and then he had lightning bolts in the side.
The Brian. What was that dude's name? Brian. The football player.
Brian Bosworth.
Yeah, Brian Bosworth. That's exactly what it was.
Dude, but he had these lightning bolts, and it was funny as shit because Mike's Diner, we were out there. Shouts out. Doesn't exist. But that place was wild. And Brian, somebody owed him some money, and he told him to come outside, and he was gonna fight him. And Brian took off his beanie, and he remembered that he had a mullet with lightning bolts on the side, and he put it back on. He was like, "You're gonna have to pay me next week."
I would floss those things though, like, you're like,
yeah, like,
check out mine.
Oh, if I still had mine, I'd be ridiculous. I'd be like, let your soul glow, feeling so silky smooth. Yeah, it would have been the shit.
So you remember having your wildest hair being that Bone Crusher style, right?
Yeah, I mean, I had dreads, but like I had hair down to the middle of my back. That was the longest I ever got.
All right.
But it was cool.
What's your most wild hairstyle?
What I'm sporting right now, it's like a reverse, like, you know how the kids just got the sides cut off. I just have like a bowl on the top of my head.
Yeah, I went bald, and I just was like, I gotta keep shaving this, or I look like a cancer victim. The hair is so sparse on top sometimes when it grows out. I tried to grow it out like a little bit, and I was like, somebody's gonna be like, I'm sorry.
I've seen a lot of dudes like getting tattoos.
I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Not doing it.
Yeah, that shit is wild, isn't it?
It looks so real.
It does.
Though,
like from afar.
Yeah, until a girl gets close and she's like, "What'd you do to your dome?
Like, why is it dark right there?"
If I was gonna get it tattooed, I gotta get fuck you money so I can just like put cool shit on the top of my head.
Yeah.
You gotta go Bam Bam Bigelow, dude.
Nah, I won't go flames, but I'd probably do some type of weird design.
You ever seen
like weird like full head like what's it called?
Tim Arnold? Have you ever seen? I mean, not Tim Arnold.
Tim Armstrong.
Yeah, Tim Armstrong. I was saying Tim Arnold. Did you see old Tim Arnold from the Wonder Years? He had a midlife crisis that was just wow.
Well, I know Tim Armstrong always had like the spider web at the back, and then it just kept coming, and then he,
Well, you would ball.
Dude,
So he said, "Fuck it." If I had to go like losing all my hair, shit.
When I was on Warped Tour, I got off the bus one day, and he was trying to fuck one of these girls that was on the same. So every morning before I went and got like breakfast, I'd walk down and I'd see him like rapping to this like chick with blonde hair, and he'd be like, our buses parked beside each other. Tim Armstrong's a pimp though, strong pimp game.
Hell yeah, dude! Like all them dudes.
One time for Tim Armstrong.
If you can mumble and still pick up chicks, you are a goddamn champion.
Oh man, he's actually, in my opinion, I think he's a great artist. He's got a lot of range. I feel, he can play reggae.
I would
pay
good money to hear him do spoken
country.
word. No, just because I would want to hear him be like, and then I went and like some of his stories. I don't know if you guys have read like any of his interviews where he talks about stuff. Like he fucking definitely like was. I'm homeless and like in San Francisco in the mid '80s.
And
wild
he still
ass.
got it.
Yeah, and he's still like.
Goes to show that even fucking people is subjective, sort of.
He's got a big ass monster beard. He looks like a biker now, like all those dudes do because they all started going bald. So they
it's the thing where if you go this way, you go that way, one way or the other. I'm actually currently growing my beard out right now. It's a very uncomfortable process. See, I'm about your length right now. Like this is the I think this is the max face sweater that I can wear.
After a year of growth, have you shaved it at all?
No, this is like 3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Well, this is like 3 or 4 weeks.
I gotta shave mine like every couple I'm a fucking Wolverine. I'm a black werewolf.
Finally got to watch Deadpool Wolverine this week.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it was really awesome. I thought it was really well done.
The opening scene is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, the adamantium skull.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I you know what I liked? I liked when he goes through the different multiverses and he comes up on the little Wolverine.
Oh yeah, the comic accurate Wolverine. I was like, holy fuck, they did it. When they did Age of Apocalypse Wolverine, that's when I was like, all right, they actually paid attention to the comic books. So that's I don't want to say that storyline's obscure, but if you didn't read comic books in that's
era, like the forgotten X-Men movie.
Yeah. Like if Age of Apocalypse, if you watch like that scene where it doesn't have like one hand and then perfect. They did it good.
Man, yeah. You know, I did this. Another thing I did this week was I had I got this comic app called Hip Collector. And you scan your comics, then it catalogs them for you and gives you you tell them what the grade is, what you think what do you think it is. So all of mine are perfect. But it'll catalog all your stuff for you and give you a value of what your whole collection is, like individually by comic by comic. It's weird too. You know what though? My Spawn #1 is missing, and I'm fucking livid.
What?
How somebody you would have to that was a targeted theft. I'm gonna go through and make sure I didn't put it away in one of my things. I'm looking to.
Because who would do that? Like, can you think of anybody that would come up?
Right, I'm pretty sure that I just misplaced it. But I'll need to liquidate my. I think Kelly's watching everything minus. I did get the full RoboCop collection, which the RoboCop collection will stay, and a couple of other choice comics. But I'm gonna be liquidating my.
Oh, you're downsizing.
Well, I want to do some stuff.
You're making room.
I have to make room. I have no more. If you come down in the game room, I don't know if you've been down there before.
I don't think I've ever been down there.
Oh my God! Right now, it's at the point. Curran's been there a couple times. George has been in there.
Oh yeah, it's
like a hoarder's paradise.
Yeah, or like a child he's trying to lure. I don't really. Also, I like this arrangement of drinks over here. Can I grab?
Yeah, dude. Man. Go
hell yeah.
He comes with a smorgasbord of treats.
I didn't know y'all had a runner.
There's beer in the there's beer and wine
beer
in the
and wine.
Oh yeah, I would love some.
All right, cool. Man.
Both or?
This is Lita. Look at that shit eating green on Lita. She's remembering back to the Ace and Connor show.
She got Ace and Connor.
She got this was back before we had cameras too, so they were just like you couldn't really tell if you weren't watching him, but they were.
I feel like Ace could put it down. I've seen him like.
Oh yeah,
he'd go through like 13 whiskey sours. It's actually insane.
Yeah, he was sitting right here.
He was supposed to be on tonight with us, by the way, but he bullshitted on us.
Yeah, but.
It's all good.
After asking to be on.
I could go grab it, but if I could go grab a beer.
Yeah, dude.
Do you want a beer?
Well,
I gotta re-up on
Hold
my
on.
wine.
We're gonna have to do the Chinese fire drill real quick. Hold on.
No, you're good.
Oh, well, can you bring me a beer?
What's the communist fire drill?
Communist fire drill.
That's where everybody jump out at the same time, right?
Yeah, it used to be a thing in the 80s. They did.
Yeah, that was
No,
something.
it was like an 80s teen thing that dangerous teenagers did, and they would get out and they would go to pull up at parking, lay it up, stop sign or stoplight, and then everybody minus the driver would get out and switch seats. So you get
the
out.
car wasn't moving.
Yeah.
Because I remember they were doing that shit a couple years ago, where people were just like walking beside the car or whatever. They would put it in neutral.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm on
Thank
the.
you.
I'm drying out this January. It's been very successful.
I had 2 serious drinking nights this January, probably the heaviest I've had in years. And one of them was New Year's, where at Catamount. I don't know how I didn't fall down several times, because I was like, I remember at one point like smiling and laughing and hearing the laugh, and I was like, oh, I'm laughing. And then your goddamn birthday party.
Wow, you got lit.
Because somebody gave you that drink.
Oh shit! Happy birthday!
And then I drank that shit, and you were like, I don't like this, and I chugged it because I was like, it's sweet. And
I thought it was like rum and Coke, and then someone was like, no, that's SoCo. I'm like,
no, that was
that's
GHB and Coke.
Dude, you know what that was? That was how my shoes stopped working correctly. I got home, and I remember like I fell asleep with my shoes still on.
That's awesome. Yeah, I had 4 drinks there, and then when we went to Catamount,
that second tequila
was being
sunrise that you
fed.
were given was gigantic.
Yeah, that was giant.
It wasn't a shot. It was a fucking highball glass with fucking.
That was awesome. Best birthday ever.
I just remember someone being like, "Don't be belligerent." And I won't be belligerent.
There's still balloons in the back room. I remember they were in the roof or in the ceiling yesterday when I left. I was like, "What's the?" I was like, "Oh, Lita's party."
That's because you played with. You were messing with the string
so
until it popped off.
I looked at it, I was like, "Oh no."
Lita's birthday party. You started off at On Cue, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And then-
We saw the Punky Brewsters, and I got a little bit drunk way too fast. But then, like, I was pounding water.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I'm not ready to check out yet. It's too.
Well, I know.
Early.
And then Joe Martin of the illustrious Joe Martin Guitar.com played
Joe
you.
Martin
Yeah,
Guitar.com.
played me
Joe
happy
Martin
birthday.
Guitar.
Is it-
Baby. Ba 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 ba.
I smiled so hard that night. I don't usually smile because I'm a hateful person. But like my face actually hurt. So
You know,
thanks
Lita,
to
I gotta
everyone
disagree.
that-
I gotta disagree with you. You're like one of the
why
nicest.
are you so hateful? You're
She's
surrounded by
she's
all
not-
this love. Why are
she's
you
not.
hateful?
So Lita-
I think that she. Nah, man.
This is what-
She's
You
like
don't
the
gotta
you're like the
practice
nicest
witchcraft.
fucking-
You have.
You're like one of the nicest people ever.
I figured out what she's saying a few years ago. The people she likes, they're awesome, and you're really
Yeah.
nice too. But the people she hates,
Oh, I'm not nice.
oh, dude.
Who do you hate?
I hate fascists. I hate racists.
She hates
I
fat
hate
chicks.
bigots.
Did you hear that? That's fucked up.
Fascists. I hate bigots. I hate racists. I hate you to loot like stupid. Sorry, but red hat wearing motherfuckers. I don't like them. I don't like intolerance. I'm like, you know what? Just
She hates the Cincinnati Reds.
yeah.
They come on the field and
Probably.
she's like, "Arr!" No,
Yeah,
I'm
that
joking.
Too. That too.
No, she doesn't.
Probably
Even
no. I don't watch sports, so
Yeah,
I'm
but you know what?
indifferent.
I don't know, man.
I was like super antisocial and goth in high school and college, so maybe that's why I think I'm a bitch.
I think you keep you for the most part you have your opinions and your projection is pretty low key. Like I've seen you be around people that you don't necessarily care for. And it's
I'm
not like
quiet.
you don't make
You know,
you don't make
Well, I mean, there's a certain level of social decorum that people that are civilized have and have class. Like you don't have to make every interaction you have with a person you disagree with an argument.
No.
Unless they press the issue and they're assholes.
It's a waste of my time.
Then you go,
Bro, I argue with people who I agree with. We're just yelling at each other at the same
You're
points.
dude. All I know is like they did Julieta did the tarot night.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it, and somebody had posted something like, "I hope people don't show up like the protesters, like the same way they did
Who
the Vinova."
protest tarot cards?
So this
Right?
town is weird, man. They protested
Wait,
Vinova
it's
for a fucking.
witchcraft?
Dude, there's so this is actually yes, it's a ironically Helltown is predominantly Catholic. And it's not everyone, but there's a few of them. Let's say 25. It's about 25 of them. But they're 25
They
loudmouths.
assholes.
Yeah, they show up if they don't agree with what you're doing, if they feel like what you're doing is pushing the line of supernatural or dark magic or whatever, they'll make a deal. So,
Well, you
for
think it'll
instance-
open a portal to the upside down? The fuck is this?
I'll summon a demon
I've
right
been-
now.
You know what?
I hope so.
I honestly believe that there's something weird like that in Front Royal, and that we're all kind of like special people are drawn to it, and that's why we stay here. And that Corinne's about a year.
Witchy.
He's about a year away of me convincing him to move out here. I almost got Ace. Ace is online, man. He was talking to me. He's like, yo, if you can give me a job in a place, like blah blah. I was like, all right, cool.
I was actually looking at a house the other day. I forgot. It's
you and Ace should live together.
No, I am not living with him.
Oh, man, you guys
he will get hammered drunk. I need my own space where I can be loud in my drawers.
That'd be Malcolm. You'd be like Malcolm and Eddie, dude. It'd be fucking amazing.
He gonna have to get used to me walking across Porky Pig and across the living room.
Did you ever watch that show, Malcolm and Eddie?
Yeah,
It was a good show. It's a really good show, actually, starring Malcolm Jamal Warner and Eddie Griffith. Yeah, one of two of my favorites.
But at this point, I don't know. Like, unless it was somebody I was involved with, I couldn't live with somebody because it's like I need, like, I know how I am, and I know that like I'm very impulsive and
audibly masturbates is what he's trying to say.
No. Like, it's just like she's.
What's the point of getting your own place if you can't get your nut off?
I'm like, yeah.
He goes like Chewbacca.
It's more. It's more. I know how I am, and I'm really like schizoid.
Just
like, yeah.
George orgasms effeminately. Is what.
I orgasm like a black guy.
Is that what you guys do? They've been faking it on me.
We sound like Parliament. It's the Mothership Connection.
Did you start rap 1, 2, 3? Okay.
Like Tupac, I come like, that's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. Big money.
And after he's like, all right, we gotta start making changes.
Yeah. Go overhand. It's the new wave.
It's better than Bones Thugs and Harmony.
It's the
Man.
I
I love that song, man. I love that. Oh, that whole album was great.
You know what you forget about in that song, though?
What's up?
At the very end, there's a girl in Bone Thugs and Harmony that isn't there after that. She's
You're right.
like, and me,
Tatasha. I think it was Tatasha, not Natasha. It was like Tatasha. We should look it up.
And me.
Tatasha.
That was great. Bone Thugs and Harmony. When Bone Thugs and Harmony came out, that was in like 1993, 94. And it was so revolutionary because it was like they started bringing like the macabre into rap. Like you only had Gravediggers before that. Like you had Gravediggers and Bone Thugs and Harmony that had done like kind of a crossover of spookiness into hip hop. And so when they did like the Ouija board song, and like every white kid in suburbia that was like a wigger was like, "Yo, man, like yo, we gotta do the Ouija board now,
boards. They rapping about white people shit."
Yeah, exactly. You know what? It was exactly. But you know what? Think about it from a marketing perspective. Eazy-E was their executive producer, so he was like, he definitely saw. He was like, "Yo, when we did NWA, our entire fan base was white. I mean, that's just a fact." Like, there's a lot of black people who listen to NWA, but they made their money off of white folks because it was kids. It was escapism for rich white kids, right?
Yeah,
so,
and it had the N-word in the title.
Exactly. That you could get away with it.
Sure, that's appealing.
Yeah.
I mean,
one of those loopholes those Jewish kids found out to be able to say the N-word. It's Natasha.
Yes, I can't.
I listen to that song at least 3 times a month, so.
I listen to the first of the month.
Yeah. It's awesome. We have a friend named Carbone, and his birthday is December 1st, so he gets to have Bone Thugs and Harmony the first of the month as his birthday anthem.
It's the first of the month.
I mean, I got OVO as Drake, but I'm from October. But then
the
Kendrick's
other vaginal
like,
option.
OVO, yeah. Then I was like, okay, I don't want to be born in October. I don't like being a Libra. This sucks.
Yo, I heard there's some people are like clowning Drake again, more than just like him getting called a certified pedophile. Wow. I guess he tried to sue because he's really afraid that Kendrick Lamar, because he's playing the Super Bowl, is going to perform that shit live on TV and be like, certified pedophile, because there's no curse words in that. He can definitely say that on TV, and it's like, why would you blank that out?
See Taylor Swift in the press box singing it, and you're just like, oh fuck.
Yeah, dude. Worst day of Drake's life.
Man, you know what?
Yo, he would fucking lose it, dude.
I'm here for that kind of shit, though.
Yes, conspiracy theory time, guys. Do you actually think that they have legitimate beef, or do you think it's something that it was drummed up as like a media hype? Because I think it's hype.
Somebody would call me a pedophile, I would have a huge
this is my thing.
I just don't think a record company would sacrifice a golden goose like that for
right?
like.
This is what I will say.
professional wrestling guys.
So this is what I will say.
Blading.
I do know artists, and I know musical artists because I've been in fucking backstage areas, and they are the most petty, girlish shit ever. There is like some bands totally cool. They want to hang out with the other bands. They're like, yeah, we're homies. Like, let's get drunk. Like, when are you playing? And then you have other bands that walk around like at breakfast that have already got guyliner on and are like fucking not talking to anybody. Like
that was
real.
George and his band.
No, it's dude from Avenged Sevenfold. That lead singer's a fucking cocksucker. Like, he's sitting at breakfast just like smiling, and you like try to have a conversation, like, hey, like, because everybody's hanging out. And you're sitting at the same table with random people. Like, hey, what's up? And like,
see, that would have been me. Like,
nah. He was like too early in the morning. Like, even the dudes that were like, all right, so like,
that's every reason.
no, like, so like, My Chemical Romance was on that tour, right? And when they would get off the bus, these motherfuckers looked like they had partied so fucking hard. That was what I was looking for every morning. Like, Tim Armstrong did the same thing. It was like you hear like beer cans and shit getting moved around, like real rock star shit. And this other dude is sitting at breakfast eating vegan bacon and like,
oh, okay.
Yeah, like he was like a cocksucker.
Nothing worse than vegans. Jesus.
So like
those people.
That's why that's why I use I like using my beef tallow as my my lotion. And when
like
vegans hug me, and I'm like, you know what you just touched?
Guess
beef.
what?
No, I do. I'm just saying, I appreciate some vomit inside the artist area, you know, by the buses, like at 7:00 in the morning, because that means somebody partied right the night before. Not,
you know,
not like I have my hair done at 6.
Well, I mean,
like, I don't know. Maybe it was because it was punk rock, like, and that's what, like, Fat Mike was on tour, so like that was the standard I was looking at. Like, he's doing coke off the fucking poker table. That's like, yeah.
Man,
that's the right kind of punk.
That's what I'm talking about. That's validation. If you are not totally destroying yourself, then what kind of artist are you?
If you're on tour,
I feel. Listen, I think there's a reason why God has not granted me the ability to go on tour yet. When we're going on, when we're doing like the Wild Boys of Northern Virginia comedy tour nationwide. I don't know. You know what I think?
Wild Boys of Northern Virginia.
As long as I don't got to be party boys.
Shitheads of the Shenandoah.
Virginia.
What I think
to the world.
Well, you know, I think about like sometimes like when I have my romance.
Sponsored by Raytheon.
Hey, listen, those guys got the hookup with aliens, man. I'm down. That's fine. If we can hit the extraterrestrial market, we will be gold, dude. Now, you know, I think that man, where the fuck were we on that? Yeah, when what kind of comedy tour? If it was like you, me, Ace, Connor, Isaac, Aaron.
That'd be a terrible tour.
Oh,
you think it'd be terrible? I think it'd be fucking hilarious.
Oh, I got a name for you guys.
All right,
the butt fuckers of comedy.
I think it would be like the United Colors of Benetton of comedy.
I think it would be Will Work for Drink Tickets. I think we should call it the Will Work for Drink Tickets tour, and then we just go to different.
That's good too.
Competing for $40 tour at Hog Shack. Oh man, now hey man, you know we say this now.
Just
listen,
pay us in an appetizer and a couple drinks. We'll share it. Tour.
Hey, listen, man. You know what?
How many drink tickets?
Hey,
we don't have a rider.
All 4 of us.
But seriously, dude, you have is this your first headlining gig on
Saturday?
Yeah,
this is my first one where
Let's
I'm
talk about the show, dude.
It, you know.
Yeah, Corinne Singh has a posse this Saturday
How long are you
night.
doing?
Probably like at least 30 minutes, but like depending on how much I'll crowd work, that's always like, you know, you don't know. I don't want to force it, but like I remember the week I brought Milo out, I just got real drunk and I just like crowd worked like 17 minutes. Well,
oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, so I mean, if I have one of those moments, then I'm gonna just let it rock. But for the most part, I got like at least 30 minutes of material I'm gonna do, and then however I'm feeling, you know.
I know it gets wild. Like there's some things that I didn't think about that you guys got to deal with now. Like certain words, like I this is not in my lexicon, like because I guess the R word, like retarded. Some people don't want you to say
retarded.
It anymore.
You know how many times that word has been said on this show?
Yeah. I will say it a lot.
We're all guilty.
But like I didn't know there was such a response, like the same way like a racial slur would be said.
Yeah, that's weird to me.
Yeah.
For
some people.
Yeah, I mean it depends. I mean, Like it depends on the area you go to.
Yeah, yeah. Like, is it worse in Northern Virginia and DC? Is there like a host of words? Because there's 2 words where you really can't say. Well, maybe 3 or 4. You can get like.
I got away with.
You can't drop an N-bomb. You can't drop you can't say fag like that. Yeah. That's one that's like.
I said I said that one on stage the other day. I was like a gut reaction because it just felt like the right way to finish the joke, and like I mean it wasn't like in a derogatory, but it was just like fag, and it was like I gotta laugh. I was like, oh,
and I get it.
I'm never gonna try that again.
Like my daughter's generation, like if I were to say that word in traffic, like towards somebody, like I could definitely see her being like, "Dad, that is inappropriate." Yeah. Like, but like it's that those 2 words now. You like, through social parlance, we're not supposed to like, we have a social contract. Yeah, people don't want to hear that.
Yeah, but you know what, man? I'm gonna tell you what's happening though, because it's gone that far, like where you can't use those words anymore. They've become now it's like the golden ticket of taboo for the next generation. Like these kids that are now our children's. You know what I'm saying? Like these kids that are like. So I'm gonna leave names out because we have a friend.
Oh, I know.
Whose kid is dropping hard R's playing video games, and it's and then I asked around, and like I have a lot of friends who have told me that their kids are like saying that.
I will tell you this.
He's like, yes,
I will tell you this, and I played like I don't know how active you guys are online gaming.
No, not at all.
In open lobbies. So like I played with you. I played with like my friends in Colorado and California. We all have played like Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption for like years. In an open lobby back in the day, when that game first came out on 360, oh my God, dude. The shit that would go on, if you did not have leathery skin, you get in a closed lobby. Because you're gonna, as soon as you get on, like, they'll put those words together like they're a compound curse word. Like,
you retired.
Oh, dude. So many, I would hear arguments because you can just people listen. Because you'll be in a lobby with like 25 people, and you'll hear 2 people get an argument over like the vocabulary they're using. Like I had another person get mad at me because he heard my voice and he was like, "Did you hear what he just called me?" And I was like, "Well, he called you that, not me. Now let's play this game. He's on my team. I need to get this chest."
I don't think like that shit will go away, but like it always. You can get away with saying anything.
Well, like
if you're likable.
That's really all.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's all it boils down to.
Yo,
like,
if
you come in with weird energy and you think it's like your sole like purpose is to like bring retarded back, then you're like, yeah, that's kind of weird that you fixate so much on this. But if it like sometimes it'll just slip out. But like I don't know.
I am less worried about saying retard, like or like any like I consider
it's the other hard R.
Yeah, no, like I'm more worried. I honestly worry when I drink that like I'll slip out and just like with shared company that doesn't know my lineage and be like, "Oh, nigga, what's up?" And then next thing you know, somebody fucking uppercutting me, and I got to pull out a picture of my grandma to be like, "Oh."
See, I feel like you would get a lot of people confused, especially when you got a collar outside of your sweater. That would someone called you the N-word. That'd be like, wait.
See, like this is the newest evolution. This is the newest evolution of George. By the way, this is a new thing that happened when
Schoolboy George.
That would be like a good cover band that covers Schoolboy Q and Boy George at the same time. No, but George, when we first, George, this was a brand new thing. George and Lita went to see Dave Chappelle at the Lincoln Theater?
Yep.
Yeah, the Lincoln.
I dressed him.
Yeah, she dressed him.
I did.
And they went.
I always look flawless when I go out. So
Lita, you are very well. I can't think.
I'm not flawless tonight because I'm.
This is still cool. This is like you got like.
I think I'm one of the few. I'm one of the
makeup on, matching earrings.
I'm probably one of the only people that's ever seen you in like sweatpants, like just waking up, being like, "I'm sick."
Yeah, like fucking mascara running down. Like, what the fuck happened last night?
My shoes didn't work.
Yeah, that was a great moment where somebody pulled us. I thought we were gonna get raped in a alley because like she just pulled. She's like, "Can you come with me?" And I'm like, "What is going on? Did you just?" Did you,
I thought you were talking about you and George. I was gonna be like, "God damn, where the fuck were you?" We were in prison at the time in Russia. It was a gulag.
But my immediate thought was like, "Did you do something illegal? Are we being pulled aside?" Like,
so we if you know where that area is, it's right beside Ben Chili Bowl, the original one. So there was 2 lines because they have 2 box offices. So we're walking towards them, and you're sort of behind a brick wall, so you don't want to walk in front of everybody. And I decided, like, oh man, I want a fucking chili dog. And then right when we were about to like turn, this lady looks at both of us and is like, "Hey, you guys ever thought about being your shoe, watch out, hey, your foot."
I thought that was part of the story. I was like,
thank God. No, but she was like, have you guys ever would you guys get up during the show? And I was like, no. And she was like, whoa. Like, she asked a couple other questions. She was like, what do you guys think about being on closer and being on camera? And I was like, and I was worried because you had to go to the bathroom like fucking super bad.
This is a special.
Because like we had to part.
Yeah.
It
was the
last
Netflix,
Netflix one he did. But I was worried. I almost said no because I didn't know who she was, and like I was like, "There's the bathroom, Ben's Chili Bowl." But then we go behind, and she's got like the clipboard she had was waivers, like so you could like sign to be on camera, and they were filling in the first 2 rows. And like right when we got around the back, like there was like a bunch of people from Netflix, and it was like they had fucking like 20 people back there, and it was like holy fuck, like because we were in the balcony. It wasn't bad seats, but like we were like on the second row, and you can definitely hear me because I'm right beside a microphone. I looked down like halfway through, and I was like, oh, my stupid laugh is definitely gonna be on this special. They're gonna be like, but it was awesome. I'm surprised we weren't on there more, there was a girl that was beside us that was hammered drunk.
Yeah, y'all make it to the final cut though?
I haven't looked like at the special, but I've only watched it once, and I was like,
there's one part where it pans over and you can see us, but there was definitely a girl that was like sitting right, and she was so hammered.
You talking about in the back? Yo, I mean,
like
that's probably why we didn't.
They would pan over and then immediately pan back because she was
talking about in the
loud.
back. I went one of those days, but I was in the literal shittiest row possible.
We were going to be in the front.
The back. This lady had the fucking confidence to yell from the back row to Dave Chappelle. I mean, I don't know if they kicked her out. She sat right next to me. I was like, oh, this bitch is gonna ruin my fucking night.
Our
kicked
crowd
her out
was
like 5 minutes in.
Yeah.
Other than that lady that got too drunk, and she didn't talk enough like at Dave or anything, but you could just like. She was there. Yeah, she like if the show would have gone 20 minutes longer, she definitely would have made herself part of the show.
Yeah.
But it was awesome being like.
I mean, we got to go from the back
to the
very
front row.
Front. I was like,
so and that learned me in the lesson that you got to dress up, but when you go in public, because these white people appreciate this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did they camera ready.
Give you the passes like, yo, this is a camera ready couple right here.
Yeah, like that was awesome. I got a free bag.
Yeah,
he did. That's what
they
they
made my ass sit all the way in the back in the darkness.
Wear a suit and tie.
So now he dresses like this now.
Yeah. I'll be wearing a sweater.
I thought you just listened to a Strokes album.
Nah, but I stroked to a Jodeci album.
I lost my virginity to Jodeci. You know that time that we had.
I think I lost mine to fucking whatever was left on my parents' car radio when I fucked some girl in the back of it.
Dude, my homie, my best friend at the time.
Blackula?
We talked about this.
So we might have to take a show off. We might have to take a show trip. You know where they're playing at Psycho Cinema next month?
What's that?
Blackula!
I do not want to remember the first guy I fucked, okay? Like, I don't even like that guy.
We'll go and George and I will just both heavy mouth breathe in each side of your ear.
God, no thanks.
Is it okay?
I'm sorry.
Ew.
Yeah. You know, when I lost my virginity, it was hilarious. My buddy Eric Grish, he set up this whole thing. It was this girl we met at Habitat for Humanity, and yeah, I know.
So wholesome.
It is great through church youth group. And
Jimmy Carter introduced us.
It was amazing. So this girl and him had said they both knew I was a virgin, and neither of them were virgins. And they were like, all right, well, he ended up taking his mom was always out working or whatever. She's a single mom. So he had a cool ass house and they had a basement, and his room was in the basement. And then he's like, yeah, come over. My mom's out of town. We'll smoke blunts and hang out. He's like, this girl's coming over. I can't remember her name. That's terrible, right? And
not surprising.
Yeah, it's horrible. Anyways, so I can't remember this woman's name for the life of me. But anyways, she was like on the hunt to take my virginity, and so he set it up. So I go over to his house, and he's like, "Yeah, go downstairs, man." He's like, "Grab the blunts out of my room." So I go downstairs, and I walk downstairs, and I go in his room. He had changed the lights to blue mood lights, and this girl's like laying on the bed like this, and I look around. There's like a couple of condoms, an ashtray with 2 Newports in it, and a tinted matchbook, which I was just like, this is my friend Eric. He was such a he's still hilarious, dude, but he definitely much more mature and now a family man, and definitely doesn't do any of these things anymore. But and then there was Jodeci, the first album they had it playing, and so we made sweet love through the first 30 seconds of the intro. And no, I'm just kidding. I held out.
Hold on. Lunar Sprunk, I have not been ignoring it. I just been high as a giraffe pussy.
Man, Luna, what up, dog?
Yeah, there's a bunch of people in here.
Who else is in there, man?
Erica Neiman.
Yo, what's up? What's up from Squid Hammer?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought I was wearing your shirt, and then I realized I was wearing my Billy Joel shirt, and then so I was bummed.
I get it mixed up too. I get it.
So, dude, Erica. All right, so Erica and her band Squid Hammer, which is her husband and a few other people from there in Wisconsin. Jake is her husband. They have a band called Squid Hammer. They're total awesome metal band.
Send us music.
Yeah, you can look it up. Yeah,
heads?
but she's the front. No, she's the front. No, they're actually they have it's like a lot like they have a big Pantera influence, but she's the lead. She's the front woman. She sings, and he's the lead guitarist. So it's really awesome. They're based out of Wisconsin, and they're these sweet. Like when she came to the show, she came to the Monument. We were working there. And I was bringing in the band with helping them bring in their stuff, and she was like this nice young lady, she had nice braided blonde hair. She just looked like the sweetest girl, and I'm like, hey, or like, can I get you anything? And she's like, oh, I've got a little bit of a cough. Do you think you can get me a nice tea, please? And I was like, yeah, I'll make you a tea. So I made her tea. I put some honey in it, and then I brought it to her. She's like, oh, thank you so much. And then 2 hours later, is on stage like, and I was like, yes.
Fuck yeah.
I actually got a great picture. It's amazing. You guys know who Metal Donnie is?
Nah.
Metal Donnie is a fixture on the local metal scene. He's about 75 years old. He's tattooed from head to toe with different heavy metal tattoos. I'll show you the picture I'm talking about later. But it's her singing in the background, and then me and Metal Donnie throwing up the horns. But very cool. Erica, that is amazing. You're listening, and I'll wear the Squid Hammer shirt next week. I promise. I'm not gonna wear it to the show not the show on Saturday though. I'll be hosting for my man's over here because I'm gonna have to dress up nice. I'm gonna dress up nice for the occasion.
If you outdress me, then it makes me look like a bum.
Man, I'll just say it'll be like you'll be questioning if I'm on the way to church or to.
You know it. Everyone's just gonna make it a black tie event.
We should do that. Let's tell everybody to dress. I'm gonna wear a tuxedo.
I'm not gonna do that.
It's gonna be like fucking cold as hell.
Yeah. No, Saturday is gonna be like 40 degrees. It's gonna be a balmy.
So much warmer.
Well, it's like 8 degrees right now, so that's 32 degrees
needs to be
more.
85.
Oh, you're checking out? Yeah, one of their videos. Yes, yeah, there they go. Now they had a dude in the band, and I'm gonna leave his name out, but apparently he went a little bit, and stabbed somebody.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty good.
Yeah, we might have to use that as an opener next week.
Well, I want to get them to come out to Front Royal for some. I'm trying to figure out a way for I want the Monument. Unfortunately, is not doing. They're not going in the way of that show, and it's I guess Brandon. Where's Brandon Wright needs to bring out Squid Hammer again. He did it He brought them out originally. Brandon, bring them out again. We'll figure out
Brandon actually is a really good booker in terms of this area because
he's the man.
When I worked in Manassas for years, and there was a kid that worked there that would always talk about the Blue Fox, and he would talk about these shows, and I didn't put 2 and 2 together because I would see like Brandon putting up stuff, and I'd be like, oh yeah, that's Brandon's shows. I didn't know that. But apparently all these people that were I don't know, they're probably in their 30s now, around Winchester and Front Royal would go to all those shows. I didn't know there was a metal scene out here because I'm old.
There's a metal scene everywhere.
Yeah.
Winchester.
I'm not into metal music, but I know they got a die-hard following.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Like I came up doing like punk rock, and we would did like like I said, like hardcore, like like Minor Threat, like I don't
Punk
know.
rock and metal. Like you just have to be friends with the
We got to bring back. Let's bring.
follow their shit because they definitely will share. Like, hey, there's. Like,
Oh yeah. Like I remember when I played like music, we would play at what was that place? The Balls Bluff that used to like
Balls Bluff in Leesburg.
Ah,
Yeah. Oh
yes,
my God,
dude. I was there all the time.
Oh yeah. We
One
used to
of
play
the
with all
single
kinds of bands.
shittiest bars in the history
it
of
definitely
bars.
It is a shitty
That was a Saidi. That was a Fabian Saidi owned
Oh,
establishment.
dude, I almost busted my ass carrying PA cabinets and fucking like this guitar cabinet right here. I almost died carrying it down the stairs at the Balls Bluff.
Yep.
It was raining, and I don't know if you guys ever been in that basement area where it was raining. Yo, your foot will slide like you're fucking Michael Jackson moonwalking down the stairs, dude. And carrying that bitch, like the last 3 stairs. Oh, I thought I was gonna die.
It was a bar, and it was underneath another bar, and you had to go down these like stairs that were hellaciously inclined.
And they had like rubber on the edges of them, like that gave you any grip whatsoever.
Yeah, Balls Bluff. Shout out to Balls Bluff, Joey Earl, my man up there. He was a cool ass bartender. Who else? I'm trying to remember the bartender. Whitney was the bartender there. At some point in time.
I saw a girl whip a fucking dude's ass. She turned him into a face surfboard one time. Like I was up there, and it was actually Joel. Remember Joel? Like Joel was in a band called Old Scratch, and like they were like a doom metal band, right? And one of the they had a bass player, and the bass player's wife was there. I think she was like a tattoo artist or something. She was like just chilling, watching her husband play bass in this band. And one of Joel's other friends kept being like, "Balls to the sky!" like yelling it all the time. And she finally had enough of this shit. And she looked right at him, and she was like, "One more time, I'm gonna fuck you up." And I was like, yo, this ain't gonna happen. This is hilarious. So I'm standing right beside this dude, not taking it serious. She warned the shit out of him, right? The 2 things happened. I saw like he said it, and as soon as he got that the last syllable got out of his mouth, she slapped the fucking beer out of his hand and grabbed him by the back of his shirt and threw him. And he slid on his face and chest, like probably like 4 feet on the floor by the bar. And then he went to go stand up, and I like the beer went all over my fucking shoes. And I had these cool ass green fucking Converse 1 stars, and I just look up like, yo, my shoes. And she gave me the look like she was gonna punch me for like being like, my shoes. And I was like, yo, calm down. You just killed that young man.
I love it when like a girl warns you, and then you fucking. I mean,
ironic that
around.
The statement that got him in trouble was balls to the sky.
He said that shit. It
seemed like he went the exact opposite direction.
He said that probably like 40 times. He was so hammered drunk.
That's so satisfying. Have you
Balls
seen
to the
like
sky,
the reel of
bullseye.
that chick that's like, "Don't touch me," and the dude touches her, and she just like lights him the fuck up? Yeah.
I've seen that video, right? Because you sent it to me. Mm-hmm. There's 2 things that are glaring to me in that video, and I don't know if it's just because I go to the gym all the time, or jiu-jitsu. Like we have a front CrossFit area, like it's fucking full of people like running around doing shit. There's girls in them booty shorts where you can be like seeing that hell butthole.
Yeah.
Nobody acts like that. So like the fact that anybody comes up that you don't know trying to spot you, that's like a weird thing. And then I noticed that he was wearing street clothes. And I'm like, yo, this dude was probably walking around this fucking place, like just like trying to hit on chicks, and he's not even a gym member. Like it makes sense. She probably saw that happen. And she looked like she was a fighter. She had a fighter body. It was not like I work out at the gym. It's not even like the muscles that she had on her body weren't muscles that you gain for aesthetics. It was like functional muscles.
It's just big ass.
Her 2-inch clip.
Yeah, like it was like, yo, he should have known from looking at her forearms.
Have you seen this reel where she's trying to do her reps, and some dude like
taps
her on the
he
butt,
comes up behind her,
and
right?
she literally turns around and says, "Don't touch me."
I didn't know if that was real because that guy was an idiot.
So
fucking, like,
I haven't looked
the fuck up.
I haven't looked at it, but there's 2 things. Like I have for 20 years seen people get punched in the face. If it's fake, he let her hit him full blast and fuck him up.
That shit wasn't.
But
just what provoked it. I was just like, yo, what dude is that confident where you can just go to the gym and slap someone in that?
Well, like beyond all that, like if you spot somebody, you don't squat down with them.
Yeah, that's
like the goal isn't like the goal
weird.
is like you're like there just in case because you want them to get their rep. Like
Oh,
you don't
yeah,
want to take away their fucking shit.
If
Like,
you go and spot a chick without telling her, I don't think
feel
it's
like-
with the intention of helping her achieve her greatest like form.
yeah. Like I've worked out plenty of places. Like and it's never you can tell when somebody needs some help. Like oh you good? Like
I mean, like even asking makes sense, but if you just walk up behind someone like I'm gonna help.
Oh
you.
yeah, if I was lifting, let's say I was doing bench press and some dude walked over and put his junk right over my face to spot me, I'd be like, "Yo, homie, what the fuck you doing?"
That's why I don't wear underwear to the gym. It's because
Look
when
at
dude
the
asks me
tan
for a
leg.
spot, I'm like, "Yeah, I got you, boy." And then I get up there and I'm like, "Dangle, dangle."
Yeah, like
You
whenever
smell
whenever I did squats, like you'd have two people like do it because they want to grab the bar, not you. Like, what's the use of grabbing you and like you can't stop the weight from coming down? Like, whenever I lifted when I did football or after, like they'd have two other people on the ends of the bar.
Yeah, I've helped like spot people who could lift a lot more than me, and when they get to the point where they need help, bro, I'm like, I mean, first of all,
I need help.
This is a curl. I can't go beyond like 40 pounds, bro. You asked the wrong person. I'll help you with 40 pounds of that shit, but the rest of that's on you.
Yeah, like I mean, I think most gyms people aren't doing that. Like I don't know. Like if dudes are doing that, like I don't get it because like if I there's two like for me going into a gym, it's something I'm doing to work out. If I were to go there with the auspicion like to hit on chicks, what about an errant boner? What if there's a really hot girl there and all of a sudden she doing a squat and you gonna get a boner? You need to think about lifting weights because next thing you know. You read that dude fucking.
Man,
There's
I
something
hope
totally
that you
different.
are not that sensitive to get
there's
a boner
yeah.
from a
It's like, yo, if
squat.
I work
Yo,
out
yo, yo.
enough,
There's
I
a
can
difference-
get
I
the blood from
guarantee-
my dick to my muscles.
Right. There's a difference between that and then someone putting their fucking hands.
Oh yeah,
on
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
Especially
never.
like she was kind. She was like, "Don't." She smiled.
She
when
wasn't
said
kind
it.
when she hit her with that three
She
piece.
said, "Don't touch me," and she was smiling like I'm
Like,
gonna
so,
be
yeah, I
as
thought that's
nice
gotta
as
have
possible.
been staged because, like, I was like, no one
No,
would
no,
go
no.
to that
So
length.
you know, like in any other situation where it's a physical confrontation, I would be like, that could be staged. But I know dudes, and that dude looked like the type of dude that didn't like, that does not listen. He's the type of dude that be like, my dad owns a dealership.
I'm looking for this because I feel like you have not seen this
Oh,
video.
I've not.
I can't
seen it.
remember
would
when you
remember
said it
this.
to me.
It's like it's.
Oh,
All
he
right.
gets hit with a three piece and a biscuit. Yeah, if
Did
you
I
said,
send you on like on Instagram or was it?
I think you posted it on Instagram.
Yeah, that shit was wild. I was like, holy.
I could probably find it.
She knocked him the fuck out. So I saw the actual like because I needed to dig into it. I thought it was fake too, but she also fucks the friend up because he stands up immediately.
Does he say shit?
He stands up immediately in the defense of his friend and runs like literally like charges towards her. And like for me, like if
She
someone was
beats him up, too?
charging, yeah, she does. She like does a roundhouse kick and just takes him out. No question.
No problem.
Yep.
Damn,
So now
she
we're all
fucked
looking
him
for it
up.
now. Yep, she definitely did. Like I can't believe you haven't seen that.
Dude,
I
I was
should've sent it
actually,
to you.
Oh, okay, that's what I'm looking. I was trying to see what's going on.
Yeah, I was using keywords and I'm not very good at keywords, so
You
yeah.
just having
Yes.
woman beats up.
Yeah, I
man,
did
Jim.
that. I did like got knocked the fuck out. Woman beats up dude at gym. Yeah. Just look at where like I message you. Like
Oh,
there's like
God.
a lot of them.
It's
There's
on
so
my,
many. Yeah,
it's on my phone.
I pebble him with so many like reels. It's like you gotta like look back. 25, maybe 30 of them. Anyway,
so-
she definitely fucks the dude up,
Oh well,
It's like-
I'm trying to find it right now.
and it's satisfying. Absolutely.
You know what's the saddest part about this shit is? I typed this in and there's a bunch of other videos of this happening.
Yeah, right.
Like
'Cause-
dudes need to like, dude, for real. If you were in the gym, concentrate on the weight you're lifting. Like, so like,
Or at
I've
least
never
learn how to
understood it.
fight.
I've never understood it. Maybe it's because of the gym type of gym I go to. We've had very attractive women in our gym. I have never thought once while I was like sparring with any of these women, like, oh, they're hot. I thought like, I hope they don't choke the shit out of me. Like that's the immediate thought that I have. Like maybe it's different when you're doing like I'm running on fucking.
Now
like,
I've done
treadmills.
jujitsu, and there's plenty of times where I'm like, don't get hard, don't get hard, don't get hard, don't get hard.
Fuck that. I'm like, yo, she fuck up, I'm gonna break this motherfucker's ankle. Like,
Charlie's like, let me out. But
Get me out with you. Come on.
It was definitely like one of those videos
dog,
that
I'll
you
hang
just,
out with the buddy, you know.
I'll send it to you, Chris.
Yeah, please.
And
I was
you're
at.
gonna be like, yo, what? Because she very audibly says, "Don't touch me."
Dude, you know, I have definitely seen girls beat up dudes on more than one occasion at bars, and so like that's hey, girls, what do they say? Bitches are players too, or whatever that song is. The ladies are, I don't know, man, whatever it is they say. That song is like, ladies are players too. If they ladies can beat up dudes too.
Yeah, I've never had to do that, but I've definitely psychologically fucked somebody up. Like
I just know anyone got
like
a gun.
Using words.
Yo, yeah, the one time I was at, like, I can remember one time I was in a fight, and it was three dudes who jumped me at a party because my homies had all left, and the one person that jumped in with me was Annie Kelly, was a girl that was on my swim team, and she was like kind of a smaller white girl, but she was throwing down, man. Like,
oh yeah,
sometimes
sometimes
fair.
I was like, I looked, I was like, I was surprised. I was like, who's in here with me? I was like,
you can definitely surprise.
anytime
people.
I see her now, I buy her a drink. I'm like, you got automatics.
You can
But,
definitely
it's once
surprise
every 20
people
years.
with aggression. Like if somebody is ultra aggressive and just keeps coming at you, it's just like if you see like the Wolverine going after a lion. Those lions are like, "What the fuck?" Not like, or a bear getting chased down by a dog. That shit happens sometimes just because they're like, "What the fuck? This doesn't make any sense." This motherfucker, what has he got? Fucking adamantium?
Yeah, I mean, there's something to
He's
be
got a
said
boner.
about just like the willingness to just like, I'm
He's
going
at the
to,
gym.
I don't care what happens to me. I will just make sure I hurt you. And you're like, oh, you can't. You can't even tactically reason with this motherfucker. He's just gonna come at you.
There's an estimate, like those dudes probably definitely underestimated that woman, like because she's a woman and they were fucking retarded. And I said it.
Oh yeah, there's also something to be said about training. I mean, if you train, I mean, there's chicks who, when I did jiu-jitsu for like the 4 months I did it, there were chicks who would beat me just because they were more technically sound, you know?
Oh, like
that's what he says. He was like,
that shit.
"Oh no, don't take me down. Don't pin me with your ass in my face."
Do not take this the wrong way. Like my daughter would definitely like take you down. Really, she'd probably take you down too, Chris. Like,
Yeah,
my daughter, like
100%. Like I'm giving your daughter one. If I had to bet on it, I'm betting on her. 100%.
Representation.
There's a lot of guys that would be like, she'd never do it. I'd be like, oh, she'll ragdoll you, bro. Like she gives me trouble, and I know what I'm doing. Like so, there is like if any dude is sitting around, just like the people had the same thought in the '80s. Like if a gay dude, like I'm like, dude, fucking. You think gay, like a gay dude would fuck you up? You know what they got time to do? Lift weights and like run.
Why do you think they look so nice?
Yeah, like you think they just sitting around got
like
muscles just cuz?
So that was like at the Catamount yesterday when the night they were very nice table.
Oh, the dudes were awesome and hot.
Well, they came up and they were like, and then like I came to the table. I was like, yeah, here's some menus for you because they'd sat down. They're from DC. They didn't know any better. And well, actually, they got their own menus for the most part, but there was 3 of them that showed up that didn't. Whatever. They sat down. I'm like interacting with them, and I was like, so like, where are you guys coming from? And the guy's like, one of the guys kind of is like, what makes you say that? And I was like, I live here in this small town, and I know just about everybody. Also, you guys are way better dressed than anybody that comes in here. Period. They were like, they had cashmere on. You could see. You could smell the money on them. They were great, but they were really nice. They were really nice folks. Shout out, and I think
making that money.
Yeah, the dude who wanted to play Adele.
Yeah.
His name was Tyrone, actually.
Tyrone was awesome. He's the one that cheered the most when I played songs. Yeah. Shouts out Tyrone.
Yeah, calling Tyrone.
I'd have snuggled with you.
He would have snuggled your bone.
Did you go up yesterday to perform?
No, dude, I was gonna do it after you, but I think it got lost in translation. But it was also I was actually busy at that moment in time, so it didn't work out anyways. But I've actually only gotten up on stage to do comedy one time this year so far. It was at the beginning of January at open mic. It was a couple weeks ago. It was last week. It was last week, not this week. Just passed, but the last week, right?
Yeah, I think it was the last time we did.
It was when Jenner was there. Yeah, it was the last time. So yeah, it was Jenner. You know Jenner, right?
Yeah.
Shout out Jenner Coker. We gotta try to get him on the show. He's about to move back to Dallas. Jenner, if you're watching, which you're probably not.
Jenner,
but I'm
if you're
gonna
watching. We love you.
We love you.
Don't hurt yourself. Don't do something you would regret. We love you, Jenner.
Jeez, do you know something I know? God damn. And so with Tina, so we got song.
Yeah, where's Tina's fine ass? I didn't see her yesterday.
Yeah, she's probably snowed in.
Songbird did not make it out yesterday. We did.
Well, she can't get the wheelchair out.
Well, like she probably
she has a sled attachment for it.
We
should make one for her.
There were a lot of different people out last night, but like a lot of the mountains out here, the fucking people did not plow properly.
Yeah.
Like you live in one.
It's also 8 degrees outside.
So
you want to shout them out?
I love how we pay so much money to our HOA just for them to tell us that the fucking shitty ass truck that they have broke down. And we are going to hire people to do our neighborhood, except they never fucking did. And it's not treated.
Man,
I'm like, would you guys just pocket our money? Like, what the fuck's going on?
That's terrible.
I'm over it, dude. I'm so like the next like meeting or whatever. Like,
I'm
there.
Gonna go?
I'm fucking there. I'm gonna like rally all of my like neighbors that are done with his bullshit.
I mean, there's a lot of people that do live in that neighborhood, like this.
That are like
in the HOA,
dude.
baby.
I'm so fucking over like
Viva!
Old, and it's all like really old.
Viva!
You just come in there with communist flags.
It's all really fucking old, wealthy ass retired people. They don't give a fuck. So they're like,
You just come there with the eat the rich sign.
The money. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, you will.
I will eat you. I will eat you and your little fucking shitty ass rat
She'll
dog
eat you from
too.
the ass first.
Absolutely.
Then
I'm
you're gonna like it at first, and then you're
over
not.
it.
And then you're not.
Like, what if I had a heart attack or something? I can't get off the fucking mountain. I'm just gonna fucking die. I'm gonna be a casualty.
They'll push your body down like it was that movie Alive.
Fucking money. I'm over it. I'm over that neighborhood. Fuck High Knob. I will say it. Fuck High. Don't move there. They won't even give you the actual
this
manual
is
and
war
stuff.
High Knob.
Nah, fuck
Slob
you guys.
on High Knob,
Fuck you
like
guys.
corn on the cob.
And anybody that defends,
Watch his shit.
I will say his name. Anybody that defends Jerry, he's doing his best. He doesn't even fucking live there.
Jerry!
He doesn't live there. How do you know
Mark-ass
he's doing
buster.
his best? He's not doing his best. He's pocketing that money. You guys are fucking fools.
Fucking idiots.
Ooh. Oh, Jerry! What you gonna do when Lita's 12-inch pythons come for you, brother?
I honestly
bad.
wish I had the fanny pack you made me in here, so you could toss it over your shoulder, and I would give you the handheld microphone. And you could be like, "Oh, Jerry."
If I see that motherfucker post one more time, you guys should be using chains. No, dumb fuck. You should be treating the roads. That's what we pay you for. You don't even live here. Treat the fucking roads.
The only chains we use are in the bedroom, Jerry.
God. Woo, oh my God, I'm so angry now.
Hype.
I'm perimenopausal now, and I am like, you don't know what I'm going to do. I might stab you in the throat. I might burn your house down.
Hit it with that meat cleaver.
Except he doesn't live in our neighborhood, so there's that. Okay, I'm done.
Fuck you, Jerry.
I'm done. I'm done.
Little Jerry Seinfeld.
I'm all about like eating these rich motherfuckers that just like
She's gonna eat you,
take
boy.
our money. Take it, fuckers.
Oh, so
You gonna take that? You gonna take that?
Yeah, I'll take that.
You gonna take that?
All right, I'm calm now. I need to get more wine before I like.
Yo, get that wine, girl. Dude, you wine and dine them, and then 70.
Man, I wish I'd have got charcuterie. I forgot.
Charcuterie
Next week, dude, we got to get spelunkers in here, man.
I just grabbed like a block of like habanero pepper jack and some almonds, and I've been eating that for lunch for the past 2 days. My shits have been awful. But like I've been just eating habanero and pepper, like just like I'll bite off a piece of habanero and then eat 2 almonds, and then it's like this is charcuterie kind of.
You know what's fucked up?
Never gonna shit again.
Never gonna shit again.
It's fucked up. Like, on Christmas, like a couple of people will get me like summer sausage and cheese sets. Adam got me one. That motherfucker didn't last a day. You know why? Because you can't give me a tube of meat that I get to cut up and cheese and crackers all in one swoop and expect me not to eat them all while I'm playing video games. Oh,
my girl's been getting me into charcuteries. Like it's I think it's kind of gay, honestly, but I love it. Like,
no. So like,
light snacking.
I didn't really eat charcuterie like until I moved out here, and it was partially because the Vinova, they had the awesome charcuterie board. That shit was fucking. That probably started the revolution. And then every party we would go to, it would be like charcuterie. And then I was like, yo, prosciutto, you be rolling it up?
When I walk into a party, the first thing I go to is a charcuterie board. Before I talk to anyone, before I grab a drink, I'm going to that charcuterie board. Gonna grab myself a little
charcuterie
snack.
has been around. We just forget about it because Grandma always had the spread during like Thanksgiving or Christmas, and there'd always be pepperoni and like cheddar and like a bunch of different types of chips. That was 80s, 1980s, like white people charcuterie before we got cultured.
Now it's like brie and,
dude.
and toasted.
Brie sucks, though.
Nah.
Camembert.
Nah,
J'aime bien le camembert.
You get some baked brie and just drag that fucking
I
cracker
had
through
brie
it.
for the first time the other day. I was not
How'd you
impressed.
have it, though?
You don't like brie?
Like, what kind
it
of
depends on the brie, too,
Yeah,
man. There's a lot of
It
factors.
really does. It was
Triple
like-
cream, bread.
What temperature
It
did you have it
Harris
at?
Teeter Brie. I think I ate it on
Was it cold?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was
you
it
need to
real-
have it room
was
temperature,
it really like
man.
thick, kind of like not soft? 'Cause
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah,
It
the
was,
thicker it is,
it was
the more
just, it was
the
a taste.
stronger
It
it
wasn't
is.
worth the texture, you know.
You want cheese to be at room temperature.
Yeah.
It's like that's how you get the real essence of the cheese. We went to Mondo Vino, which is sponsored by. It's a event not sponsored. It's an event hosted by Caselli Perry Feast, which is a local wine distributor, and they do it every March or April. And they bring out like hundreds of wine distributors from around the world, and they bring in their stuff. It's all stuff that they carry at their thing. They have beer, but they also do this. It's catered every year by God, man, I can't remember. 6-Star Catering, yeah, 6-Star Catering. They do a great job. They had Snow Goose there last year. It was fantastic.
Is that like a forest goose?
But less tough, a lot more tender. They actually had no knives. You don't have to use a knife with it. You just
It's like the Wagyu of fowl.
Yeah. Then we had but they also had this. They have a cheese display, and it's like a cheese. It's like
cheese.
It's like 2 12 by 6 foot tables with nothing but cheese on.
Nigga, why didn't you tell me about this sooner?
I will.
What are you doing?
I post about it when I go there, man. We went.
Well,
we went
my
into the
phone didn't
Catamount.
ring.
Yeah. Oh well. Listen, man. It was last year we went to it. It's the Catamount Lounge. Was the last time. Rachel Phil Mesger hooked us up with the walk-in. We got to go in. That was super fun. I was on. It was during a period where I wasn't drinking, so I went in and just ate straight up cheese.
Dude, that's a fucking dream.
Yeah, well, it was. Yeah, they had like literally. There's probably about 120 different types of cheeses, but it's all at room temperature. And some of the like brie is good. It has to be aged properly. It has to be the temperature really affects it because it's like it's supposed to be like sort of creamy. Like it's not supposed to be all the way creamy. That's more like a camembert, which is a different type of that.
Come on, bear.
Yeah.
And there's different strength. There's mild. There's like.
Oh Jesus.
I like the super like mild, the triple cream.
Yep.
Like.
Man, Saint Andre.
What's your favorite type of cheese?
Brie.
Brie.
It really is, but it depends on the brie. Like I don't like that weird, really hard, kind of like funky. Like if I can smell it, I don't like it.
Like I like what was it, burrata. It's,
Burrata.
It's burrata.
Burrata.
Yeah, that one is like really. I mean, I like creamy cheeses if it's gonna be creamy, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Shropshire.
Shropshire. Yeah. The
It's that weird like.
That's the
orange
cheddar
and
blue.
green.
Yeah, it's the cheddar blue. Yeah, but it's like you know what it's.
It is good.
It's good. It's
I was
mild for a blue.
surprised.
Yeah, and it goes good. Like if you pair that with if you ate that with a sandwich or like in something like on some eggs, that's just straight fire. But I do like blue cheese.
I used to make a blue cheese dressing with it at this at the restaurant in Wilson Tavern in Arlington, Virginia.
I like
when
a
I was
lot
a
of
chef meister there.
I like a lot of Irish cheddars.
Yeah.
Cheddar in general is fucking
Stilton's Stilton blue cheeses are also a good varietal of the cheddar family. I think that I like the ash layered goat cheeses like that are the double cream. They're double cream as well as the what's the one Humboldt Fog. That's a good example. There's a place out in Maryland and I'm trying to remember their name and I'm drawing a blank, but they also do an ashed double cream goat cheese, which is fantastic as well. But I do feel you. I like the camembert. I like the triple creme. But yeah, it all comes down. I don't. You know what? Unpopular opinion. I don't like fruit with my cheese.
Yeah, me neither.
So that's actually.
I'd rather have something.
It.
I'd rather have something like honey.
Yeah, I like hot honey.
Yeah.
or like
honeycomb.
Yeah,
Like we used to do
really
back
good.
in the day.
You like something salty with it, like a almond?
Yes.
I like roasted garlic. So you caramelize garlic all the way through,
Yeah, that's
and
really
you sprinkle some. You sprinkle a little bit of fresh cracked pepper and some like sel de mer or some like pyramid salt on there. And then that with the cheese, man, that's enough sweetness, but it's enough savory, and you do. Oh man, that's where it's at.
Banana with cheese, but like,
Fuck
if you want me to eat like a
bananas.
fucking strawberry,
Fucking
Yo,
goddamn
one time I had
fucking bananas.
I had a cart that had banana in it. And Chris was like, ugh.
Okay, so
dude, I'm
hear me
sorry,
out.
and I apologize to any person that I like had a visceral response who's offered me bananas inadvertently. Bananas disgust me. They are
Okay, so hear me out. Banana chips with cheese on it. It's actually really fucking
I have
good.
never
It's
had
like-
this.
How
it's
about
like
banana hell the
sweet-
fuck no?
sweet. It's sweet and savory and
I have-
salty. Like I like bananas. I do.
You know what? I usually talk shit about people who have a. Are you heading out?
Bathrooms over
Yeah,
there.
well, yeah. You're gonna have to.
Yeah,
you know
dude.
what might
You
be
walk
easier?
across
Hold
the
on.
table. You can do this.
Yeah, just can't you do like?
You have to take. You have to like run. Do a running.
Here, hold
start.
on. Let me get it. Let me get erect. Hold on.
Dude,
I can't believe you don't like bananas.
I need
dude.
to put the show on a lazy Susan so we can just spin the person. To
Spin the person to the bathroom.
This time next year, we're gonna have big studio money. We'll rent it. We'll get a penthouse overlooking the main street.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
I've
like,
been like dreaming about like I'm just gonna like I'm gonna buy land and do a compound and fuck the mountain. I'm so tired of that place.
I'm
done.
looking.
After being stuck like 2 weeks in a row, like nah, I'm done. I'm over
Yeah,
this.
but then you have to plow. But then you
Yeah.
have to plow.
Yeah, but
like,
you would do
I'll
it, though.
Yeah, I'll be on a flat area. I'll be like down with
well, even if
all you commoners.
Man,
I think-
dude, the coolest thing my neighbor could have done for us was the last time. Not this time it snowed, but the last time it snowed. All of a sudden, Kelly's like, "Hey, there's somebody here on an ATV." And my neighbor Fritz showed up and fucking plowed our driveway. He has a
that's really nice.
yeah. It was like out of left field. He just came
Yeah.
up, said what's up, and then like that was it. And it was
man.
Yeah, nobody does that in our.
Oh,
He drank
goddamn
too
right
much.
they don't. You were in Florida. You were in Florida one time, and I was up at your house, and guess what? I had to shovel the whole driveway. You know what? I was doing this shit. Guess who came out with his fucking snowblower? You know who you are, you dickhead across the street.
yeah,
Yeah. And so this
No,
motherfucker,
bro.
this motherfucker just straight up like walked right past me, shoveling my black ass off.
and just
And it goes to the next neighbor's house and starts snow blowing his whole shit. Didn't even offer, just walked
Do you guys
right
have
past
beef?
Yeah, you don't like me.
Why? What happened?
I'm the liberal antichrist person that lives up on the hill that he hates.
How did you? I mean, like, how would that come to? How would that come to light? Did you like get him? Like, did
this
He
this
just
mother?
don't like me.
He's the type of dude that's be out on his lawn like talking shit about everybody and wearing like one of those hats that's like
all right?
from far, like I don't know. This is just an outside perspective because he just always grilled me when I was leaving. But I also had a car that had a loud exhaust, so that could have been part of it when I was like, wah, 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 wah. But you see, always seems like a dickhead in all his interactions that I have been party to. That's the fairest assessment of him
He's
that
kind
I
of
can
an
have
asshole
without
online,
any.
too.
He's
The type of person that yells at people skateboarding. That's
Yeah.
maybe that's the easy way to
All
say
right. I dig it. I dig it. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
He just doesn't like the tricks.
Yeah, he's like, can't fuck kick flips. I hope you fall and scrape your knee up.
Yeah, it's like, all right, do a hospital flipper. I don't give a shit. Get out of
He's
here.
like, I bet you can't
if you
even.
can't
fuck-
trade flip, then you can't
Bro,
fucking be on my property.
You can't SSBSTS, bro. You can't do that shit. I bet you haven't even waxed your curb.
I'm gonna have a bunch of curbs in my house just so kids gotta ollie through it.
Kickflip or die.
Yeah, what if like fucking Tony Hawk's parents were like, he was born in a half pipe.
Gleaming in the Cube. What did you remember that movie?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
dude.
I always like I fantasized so much as a kid
Really?
about
I want a Korean brother.
no, I
that
not
gets
that.
killed.
No, not that silly. I just made that my own reality. No, I'm just kidding. I when I saw remember the kid had the room that was the bump room underneath the pool.
Yeah.
So he lived underneath the pool, and you as a kid were like think that was so cool. You're like, yo, that'd be rad. In reality, that would be fucking
Depressing.
terrible. Oh my god, so claustrophobic. Like you're like in the fucking like, what's wrong with you, dude? Like
it's like room for a bed.
Yeah, it was like
but he did get those gnarly wheels and that helmet.
Yeah, and the metal skateboard.
Oh yeah, dude.
That could destroy cars. Remember, like you ollies,
like
hits a car, he's like pow, and like it explodes.
He fucked that Corvette.
Do you know the movie we're talking about? Believing in the Cube. It was Christian Slater, Tony Hawk.
Every time y'all talk about movies and pop culture, like I appreciate it, but like I grew up in a time where we don't have that. We have like the Island Boys and like
Island Boys.
I mean, I don't know. It's like we have Gary Vaynerchuk. That's who we have. To
Gary V, bro.
Andrew,
you must listen to Gary V.
We don't have movies. We don't do that in my culture, my age, bro.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
Oh, you're 29.
Yeah. So, I mean, I grew up in the
easy old man.
Yeah, I'm still like around enough, but a lot of these movies, I mean, it's before my time, and I'm sure if I still watched movies, I would have gotten around to most of them. But I mean, I guess I watched Squid Games too.
I guess this shit's like maybe it's a Gen X type thing where like there's these movies that like now they're just shitty time capsules of like what pop culture, like dudes that were doing lots and lots of blow thought the culture was. So they would have like a movie about skateboarding or skiing, and it would always be like some ridiculous shit that would never happen, like a dude's brother gets killed and now he must skateboard. Like, you know, it was like some like what?
I'm gonna avenge my brother by doing it.
Yeah, like I'm gonna track him down and I ride skateboards. And at the end of the movie, it's like, dude, this is the most outlandish shit. There's a scene where like there's this dude in like a little monster truck going towards a dude with a Corvette, and I'm like, yo, we both know what's gonna happen. That dude, like, you aren't gonna then he catches him on a skateboard. Like, there's so many outlandish things that
you talking about. What's that one movie? Something at Dogtown.
Oh, Lords of Dogtown.
That's
feasible. That's feasible. That movie, like a lot of that shit really happened.
Yeah,
but Believing in the Cube, 0% of that movie ever happened.
It was back in the day when like American filmmakers made these like
Coke movies.
They would create a subculture that would then perpetuate this like consumeristic need for everybody to emulate, the people that wanted to emulate what they saw on the movie. So when skateboarding movies came out, skateboarding shit went through the roof, right? When Karate Kid came out,
yeah,
like enrollment to karate like went up like 5,000% or something ridiculous.
Yeah, everybody came in talking about like I want to do the kick
before. Right?
I want to do the crane kick.
Like they made it seem in the Karate Kid, they made it seem like there was some sort of large karate following. Like people like went home and talked about it around the dinner table. Like, yeah, you know, like old Johnny's gonna be fighting, what's the fuck his kid's name? Danny LaRusso. It's gonna be Danny LaRusso. You know, it's like it didn't happen. Like it has the same respect that it gets around like here. It's like people do participate in it and their kids do, but it's not like we're sitting around talking about it, right?
Oh yeah, so I've been to jiu-jitsu tournaments and ain't nobody talk about them shits ever once. Nobody came up to me and be like, yo,
dude, I used to
work Pan Am's in 1997. Were you there?
We worked at the Monument. One of the girls on security was the ranked #1 for her weight class in several different like federations of jiu-jitsu, and that tells you she was the world champion, and that was a recognition she had. Like if you didn't know her, then you would just be like, oh, it's this nice little Livy. She's the sweetest thing. She looks like a skipper doll. But she can rip your fucking head off. It's crazy.
Imagine if you were a douchebag that walked around with your medals all the time. Though. Like, there's
but
probably some person that just walks around like, yeah.
So
the Pan Ams, he's wearing it Buffalo Wild Wings, trying to get some cred.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like at the end of the day, they created
1987.
Yeah, it was like a thing. It was a thing 90s film or 80s and 90s filmmakers did. They would create these subcultures so that people would think that was like something. It's like those. My favorite ones are like in the late 90s was like the notion that there was like these illegal warehouse dance battles that would go on,
like Breaking Two, Electric Boogaloo.
No, not even like that. Like Step Up or whatever was. What was the other one? With Nick Cannon in it,
and run away from the cops because they were crumping at each other.
Exactly.
The cops are gonna take the time to break that up.
The toughest dude is the gayest dressed guy that can crump the hardest.
I remember that movie, bro. Chris Brown on Stomp the Yard.
Yes,
and he hits him with the elbow slide. Oh, that was, and he smiled the whole time. He gave us the Chris Brown smile while he elbow slide upside down. And
before he beat Rihanna's ass
while he smiled.
And then his he died in like violence and I guess. And then his cousin had to avenge him, and then he was just like, "All right,
I'll
this
avenge you
stepping battle is gonna." I mean, it was cool. It was a good movie, but yeah, the fact that
it was horrible.
Huh?
It was a horrible movie.
I mean, I don't think anyone settled that. I mean, I that shit got me into. So you want to know? I'm actually a pretty decent dancer, but you want to know how I got into it? So we all everyone in our neighborhood, we'd all we'd hang out together. There was one guy we all watched Step Up 2. And then, the leader of the kids in the neighborhood, he had this idea where he's for 2 weeks, he made us go through obstacle courses to test our endurance and strength and shit. We were in 4th grade, bro. and for 2 weeks, we're like, yo, why the fuck are you making us do this? He's like, because we're gonna form a dance crew. And 2 of us were dumb enough to be like, all right, bet. And I'm a decent dancer now because of it. But it was a weird way to get into it.
That's fucking fantastic, man. Yeah, that reminds me of a story that Shannon told me about Eli from the Sneaky Snakes. That Eli in middle school, him and his friends made a boy band, and to have their big release thing that they were gonna do. They staged a fight between 2 of the guys in the band. They're it was Eli and this other guy, and they were yay! They got so they would hype everybody up to come out, and then when they got to the flagpole to fight, they broke into song and dance.
I would be so
pissed.
I came to watch a fight.
It's one of the greatest stories.
I would be so fucking
by
pissed
that.
if I bought a ticket to see a fight and I saw both my fighters singing and dancing in unison. I would be so fucking pissed.
Dude. Well, I mean,
on the other side of the spectrum, I'd be like, "What is going on right now?" Yeah,
I think it's
solid.
Isn't it the funniest thing?
Yes, absolutely.
Especially if you know Eli, you know what I'm saying. If you know Eli, have you ever seen a Sneaky Snakes show?
Sneaky
He
Snakes.
looks like Flanders.
Oh my god! So you got
except he's got arms for days. He does.
Dude, he's jacked.
He's
dude.
he's
jacked. He's built you know what? He looks and is built like Ned Flanders. He looks like he could be in Oakley Dokley. You know the Ned Flanders man. Yeah, dude. But Eli's cool as shit. He does. We've had him on the show. Yeah. You're about to do a show with him and Chris, right?
I think so. Look, whenever they get their shit together,
get your shit together,
come over here.
And Shannon's watching, so you can tell Chris that we're calling him out right now on air.
Chris, I'm calling you out.
Yeah.
Do a show where I don't have to talk and I can just sit and smoke joints.
But you can fucking bring out you do the good side production stuff. Man.
Oh yeah, no, it'll be the first show I ever do, and it's not gonna be a weekly show. So
yeah,
they talked about it on the air.
We talked about it last week on the gangbang of podcasts that we had. We had 14 people come and go throughout that 2-hour session.
That was hectic.
It was, you know what though? I think it was managed well.
Oh no, it wasn't. Towards the end, I was drunk.
You were fine, dude. What are you talking about? You were great, dude. Everybody was great. We got to hear about the Taylor Swift freak off. Which, by the way, I've got some follow up questions, Lita. If we have time. But it's a I think it was a really fun show. Isaac and Nick were fucking tremendous. They were really good. Isaac definitely.
That dude is funny. I mean, I'll see him at the open mics. He's naturally a good he's I don't know how long he's been doing stand up for, but I believe in the motherfucker. I don't say that to many people, but I watch him. I'm like, oh, you're actually really good at this.
So he'll be performing at the Catamount Lounge. His headlining show will be March 29th of 2025. Coming up, we have not cleverly named it yet, but it'll be Isaac Ignacio of Bargoyle fame. Also, I think maybe he's won a Hog Shack open mic or two.
Has he been doing it for a long time?
I think Isaac's been out for a couple of years. He said, yeah.
Nah, he's very good on stage. Though.
He's funny as fuck, dude.
The first time I noticed, I really realized his greatness was he was talking about a email. That he got a confirmation ticket. I don't know if it's part of his material, so I'm not gonna go into it. But I was just like, oh, this guy's really fucking good. But if he's out at the Catamount, check him out. He's really funny, actually.
Yeah, well, we have a great series of comedy shows coming up. So you're gonna be kicking off the year. Corinne Singh Singh has a posse. That was a joke. Is going to be a great show. We have Danny Michael that's going to be there. It's funny, he called me today and I didn't realize his first name was actually Jordan, and it came as Michael Jordan on the on my phone. As I was like, oh shit, I made it. And
his
I
name is Michael Jordan. Oh shit.
on the caller ID, which is weird because I have his phone number saved.
Yeah.
And
I guess I go by Danny Michael too if it's safe, like the disappointment, like you say Michael Jordan.
He could hide.
Call you and
You
just
Yeah, so Danny, I'm excited. Danny's a really funny dude. He's got a lot. I think it's a good. Lita would really like Danny's stuff. Then we also have let's see, Stephanie Levy coming out. That's gonna be really cool, dude. She's a really funny girl. I've seen her a couple times. Her lady friend, woman, that's what she identifies as. I think. She does a pretty good job of it. She'll be out. She's really funny. I've seen her. I like her stuff because she jokes about some of the things about bipolar mania that I can 100% relate to. I won't say any of her material, but she is fucking funny. And then Kevin Dodd. You met Kevin. Yeah, he's
I don't think I've met him.
Kevin's guy. He's a bald dude with.
Yeah, he's on the show. Let's go, baby.
He's really, really funny. He showed me a little bit about writing jokes when I first started doing it. He's my neighbor. We met very coincidentally when I first started having interest in doing comedy, and he lives 4 doors down from me, which is great because he's gonna be able to get a ride home after the show. But we have so he can have some drinks. Which he's prone to do. He's fucking, his stuff's good. If you look him up, his bit stuff is really good. I think his security clearance has gone through, so he can.
Only one way to find out, ladies and gentlemen.
Come out. Yeah, and then we have February 15th. February 14th, we have Ryan.
Hey, we got Songbird Tina Marie.
Oh, yeah, Songbird. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, Tina, I'm so sorry. And Songbird, who is my partner in comedy, Bliss, Tina Songbird is going to be in the house. Songbird Tina Marie Johnson. Everybody is going to be there. She'll be hanging out, doing her thing.
She might go home with one of y'all too.
No. I think she's back to the straight and narrow. I don't know. If you're watching, Tina, let us know in the chat. Oh no, she's at Electric Palm tonight actually with Aaron and Dwayne and I forget who else there. There's a laundry list of people. I'm sure Isaac's there. Then we have February 14th. We got Ryan Daniels and what's his name? I'm not sure if he's going to be bringing Lord what was his name? Lord Kalki. Lord Kalki. Who they were hip. That was a great show they did last year, but then we got them on the 14th. We got Ace and Connor coming back doing the tandem show, which is gonna be fun. That was a fun show. I'll be hosting that one too. We did one last year. That was a great success. Were you guys there for that? That was really funny, man. They are funny guys individually, but when they work together, I think it meshes well because
start appreciating the power of teamwork, and you're like, yo, this shit rocks.
Yeah, it's because you're not accountable for all. You're not accountable for all the time, and plus, it's good. It's like it's good work off each other thing. We got that, and then March 29th. We'll have Isaac Ignacio, and that lineup's to be determined. But it would be at the Ace and Connor show. Tina Marie will also be in the house. Songbird, Tina Marie. I always forget the Songbird part. I always because I put her. I have to put her bar tab in all the time. Like we talk every day.
Wait, is Songbird like actually on her credit card?
No, Tina is, and that's like for me to type in something for a tab, it's like easier to put Tina than Songbird Tina. So I'm sorry, Songbird, but you still my homegirl, and we talk every day, and that's good. And we doing this thing out here, Helltown Entertainment, coming at you in 2025. But your show, dude, is gonna be really fun. Man, I'm super excited. You're one of my favorite guys out here, not just because you're a cool homie and we've shared a croissant on either end and shown each other our lightsabers.
You send each other pictures.
Yeah, we send each other pictures. I hit you up just to say what's up, man. I'm just, like, it's not just to talk about comedy. You're a cool ass dude. You and I share a lot of very similar worldviews.
Yeah, but I've been doing this for a while. I promise you, I've built up quite the act. Yeah, and I'm gonna act it out for you.
You don't have to act shit, motherfucker. You're just naturally funny, man.
But I'm so good when I'm fake.
Yes, everybody is really. So that's gonna be fun. Lita, so you've been to, I think you've been to just about every one of the comedy shows that both you guys have. Well, yeah. George. Wait,
For the most part, yeah.
which one did you guys? Did you miss one though? You guys missed one. I remember.
No, I've been to like at least here locally.
Yeah.
I've been to them all. I've been.
Yeah,
I just heard myself talk. That's a little weird.
Oh yeah, there's
I'll
a
do that
reason I
again.
took my headphones off midway through. I was like, I mean, I know y'all are used to it, but I was like, I don't know how to like interject in here. I feel like I'm just listening. I don't know. It's just weird to like listen to something and I'm like, all right, well,
If you got something to say it, motherfucker.
I don't know how to do that without like my headphones. I don't like hearing myself, But yeah, how many podcasts have y'all done at this point?
Oh my god.
Me and her have done fucking
Lots.
probably like over 400.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, easy.
How'd the first podcast start?
There was 2 different casts. One was just me and my friends. Like one of them was a bass player in my band. A drummer in my band would come on sometimes, and like 2 other guys. One of them I knew like from playing music too. And we just had a bunch of gear, and I couldn't play music anymore because I had a kid and had like a real job, so I couldn't be like, let's be in a fucking band, like let's go tour. And like, nah, it'd be like, yo, she need baby food. So I just had all this gear, so we just started. Like one of my friends, like I guess he liked like Howard Stern. He had an XM just for Howard Stern. He was like, dude, you want to do a podcast? And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And, like didn't really know what I was doing, and then figured out that I had an overkill setup, so like everything sounded good. So like that tricked podcast networks into being like, you want to be on our podcast network? And I'd be like, oh, you fucking idiots, we barely know what we're doing. It just sounds good.
It did pretty well though.
Yeah, like
those are really.
I remember I had a podcast before. I had 8 episodes where I would just talk to myself. I made $3 off that bitch, and then like this advice this was feedback I got from someone. Just like changed my view of podcasting and how I view. I mean, I love podcasts, but he was just like, I would listen to it and like it doesn't even matter what you say. It's just someone's voice. Like I like your voice in the background, which I don't know why it'd be my voice, but like just the idea of like you don't really gotta say anything of substance.
Yeah.
But if you're just if it's fun, I hope y'all took something away from this. I don't know what y'all got from this, but like if y'all did,
I mean, they learned
you're kinda
about
stupid.
I mean, are we gonna do your segment?
I mean, no, it doesn't like mesh well right now.
Oh, I
not
was
stupid,
trying
by the
so
way.
hard to segue when they were talking about movies.
I know. So like me, like I like to read the room, and if it doesn't make sense, I'm gonna leave out and
Okay.
just like be
Well-
part of the conversation.
well, I mean,
because
I
that's
did-
just how I am.
All right, so I think maybe we should. I have so many thoughts I'm like producing right now in my brain
Produce
because there's a segment I want to do, but I don't want to do it without that, and I don't think we have enough time to do it.
No, we should
okay.
definitely do it
Wait,
next time. I
elaborate
can
on
Okay.
this
save it.
segment.
Okay, cool.
All right, so like I'm like let's.
do we need to debut our new segment? Let me get the song up. You should just talk about some
Oh
things.
yes, I hope it's some creepy shit. Please
Oh, no,
talk
like
about some
she
creepy
has the
shit.
lock on the creepy part of the show.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
our like
You're gonna say creepy.
not creepy. She's like, I'll do the
It might be that talented.
I'll do that. I'll do the national anthem. Queefy.
Yeah, I'm not that good at it. I don't think I can do national anthems.
That would be awesome.
You're never on cue. Never.
I didn't know we were going to do this. I had Entertainment Tonight queued all the way up.
Oh, so you really want me to talk about it now?
No.
Oh, like I'll just
No.
little
No.
brief
All right,
brief
yeah.
it.
So this is the date.
This is love.
Go ahead.
I
Start
just
talking.
let
All
it
right,
flourish.
So we were gonna talk about like how we should all go out and eat the rich, because I actually looked up like horror movies revolving around them. There's so many of them. There's like
The Purge.
yeah, that's
Do
one
they
of
ever
them.
go for after the rich? I feel like they just go after each other in those movies.
As the storyline sort of progresses, it gets to the like the rich are kind of like
How many purges have they made so far?
I think there's like 6.
So by
I wanna
like
say
purge
6.
8, we're gonna get a revelation.
That's a good song, I guess.
Yeah.
We're the kids of
It,
America.
it,
Ah, okay. I was confused there for a minute.
yeah, all Aerosmith
Like,
sounds
what is-
all Aerosmith songs sounds the same until the chorus.
there's so many other songs that are like way better
Yeah.
than that. But I get it.
Yes, but we're gonna talk about fucking oligarchs.
Yeah.
Just
Yo,
the,
how
just
we
the
should
really
try-
bad ones.
And
Did
how
you
we
guys
should
watch that
probably
inauguration though?
Yo.
Bro, it was seeing how quickly all these tech people just jump ship to the Republican Party was insane. When I was listening to Rogan and he had fucking Zuckerberg, he's like, I do jujitsu now. I was like, why are we listening to an hour of Zuckerberg trying to explain his jujitsu expertise so we can gain like our recognition of just being a warm-blooded creature?
He's still a blue belt. He sucks. I'll strangle him.
It was just weird to see, and I mean, you see the picture of Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and they had their it was like one of those like waifu bukkake kind of things. They had their and it was just I don't know. It was
I know,
it was
like-
a very surreal. It's a very surreal moment in America.
I learned two things. I hadn't seen a picture of Jeff Bezos, and he looked like he'd been using human growth hormone. He's on Team Swole, so I kind of appreciate that because he's actually putting some effort into his frame. And Elon Musk is a Nazi. Those are two things I learned this week. like for some reason he got a nervous tick that he just like be throwing out.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean, as far as like Nazi salutes go, like he just did it.
He got a strong one.
I mean, like he not even a strong one. It was just like a try hard. Like it was just, like he was like, at least like you don't.
I almost feel like he's trying to punk everyone. Like,
Oh, I
mean, like what is he doing?
I mean, he definitely is. I mean, I don't really see it going into like any like we're gonna get into Holocaust and go about the Jews, but it's just a guy who
it's just like
tried everything he can to be as just unlikable. And
like he's a supervillain now. He fucking hit his fucking final arc, yo. I don't doubt we find him dead off of some like weird shit, like a compound called CB2,
some neuro,
some weird
enhancement or something. I don't know. He lost me at we're gonna put a microchip in your brains.
I knew he was a wild boy when he was with Grimes, and I was like, this makes no sense. And then he like turned like wild, like because he used to be just like that autistic dude that makes some cars, and then at some point he just started.
He didn't make those.
Well, no, in terms of like you just like
let's not like.
He didn't make them.
Skewed. He did not make them.
He didn't make them.
He didn't even really come up with the idea.
Oh,
or at least the plans.
I mean, hey, that's
it.
just called Tesla for a reason, baby. Shout out to Thomas Edison.
Never thought about that till now. Yeah, he definitely. But he is autistic, and I don't know if I don't know if that maybe he's not. He seems like the type of person. If you told me in 10 years that he wasn't the whole time and it was like a big act, I could be like, yeah, I believe that. Looks like Joaquin Phoenix when he was in that weird fucking like I Am Nothing movie. Like there's something weird about it. Like there's all these images from the inauguration where everybody else was a lot of people were like looking over at the person that was talking, and he's just staring at the camera.
He's
like a sociopath.
Listen, he's like, look, man, it's like NWO, dude, the fucking WCW fucking wrestling faction of bad guys.
I don't know, man.
That was just so overtly.
I don't know. They weren't like billionaire rich people.
I know, but since the American political landscape has become the WWF, and I'm not even saying the WWE. I'm talking about the WWF. It is fucking old school shit.
Can we give a quick shout out to Dana White for getting a board seat on Facebook? That's tremendous.
I like fighting sports, and that makes no sense to me. Like I enjoy people punching each other in the face. Don't put that motherfucker on your board. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna encourage like fights to increase morale? Like what is he gonna do? Like y'all should fight about it.
Slap each other.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I see. We got signed up for the cafeteria. We've got Marcy from the mailroom. She's gonna throw down this Saturday with Jeanette
from HR.
Oh, bitches! This is gonna be a welterweight fight.
I mean, I watched a video about like what a lot of board members do. And I mean, a lot of it at this point is just like a network of just like powerful people in different boards that just got a lot of friends. Once you get to that level, all these titles are just kind of meaningless, and it's just like,
are you rich? Oh, I'm rich too.
Yeah.
Don't you love nepotism?
Like, y'all ever watch
So
Succession?
nice.
Oh yeah, Succession. That's just funny as fuck.
Yeah, bro. I mean, bro, like those jobs were just kind of made up for their kids.
Yeah, dude. Head chief of the Chiefs.
It's like the foreskin of the Chiefs.
Chief operating chief officer
You
of
like
Chiefs.
distract my kid and fuck him every now and then, and I'll give you like a paid like.
You're an executive assistant.
Oh.
Ay, caramba.
Yeah, dude. I wonder if like there's like one of their kids was a teenager. Like, why are all the executive assistants just like hot and stuff? Because they for dick sucking, son. What are you doing asking me all these questions?
Sucking that dick. Hold on, I'm looking at some stuff here.
Sucking on.
Sucking on a chili dick. Sucking on a chili dick.
And I get that bonus.
All right, so we're gonna wrap up. Next week we'll have a segment.
Are we reading the comments? Are there comments still?
Let me look on
well,
here.
check on the comments real quick. Apparently, there's somebody sent me a message asking, Erica, what's up? Hi. Erica's like, yo, we got to look into it, but she has a really cool. Her parents and her run an inn. They have all sorts of cool Art Deco stuff. I look up the name. I'm drawing a blank on right now. Let's see.
Can't guess the name.
Go for it.
What does it start with?
I'm not sure.
Female or male?
She's a female.
Tiffany.
No, her
Laura.
name's Erica. No, I'm asking
Mary.
the name of her inn.
Her inn.
Not her inn, but her inn.
Her inn.
Eric.
Her insides. It's hold on. I look. Come on.
Is it in the valley or is it on?
No, it's in. It's I don't know. Oh my gosh.
We don't know.
I'm figuring it all out right now.
All right, Lunar Sprunk has some stuff to say in here.
Okay.
All right, Luna.
All
drop
right,
it.
it's wild that Elon basically does everything that people were saying that Soros does, but it's okay for some reason. And whatever happened to that Oliver Anthony guy singing about them rich crackers?
You're right about that. Whatever happened to Oliver Anthony, man?
Oh my god. All right, keep going.
Bang, bang.
They also said "Eat the
Anyways.
Rich" featuring
Ernest
Motorhead would be a good one. And they also, when we were talking about comic books, they said Nerdtown Radio.
You're down, come on.
My goodness. So, next week, we will
Eat the
talk
rich.
about eating rich people.
Yeah. My segment's definitely
And
going to
the
talk
best
about the
way-
world's. It's going to start off with
Steam sauteed.
the world's worst CEOs.
Ooh, that's going to be
And it was a
fun.
hard list to search because if you type that in and you start looking for like really bad CEOs, you have to be specific because the media primarily focuses on the how much money it makes for the company versus loss. It's not even about like the what they've done that's like disreputable. So you have to look for that list. And that list is hard as shit to find. Like
That's
you got
'cause they
like,
take it
and
off
then they're
there.
like,
They
don't tell
want
them about the stock buybacks and how we laid everybody off and then fired them and took away their health care.
They don't want you to know that. After what happened?
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. Like I think that dude, I don't know if it was Jim Justice or Joe Manchin, one of them from West Virginia. His family had a bunch to do with like coal mines and not paying people for black lung and wild ass shit, or like not having good mines, like they were unsafe or some shit like that. So that one I'm gonna bring up. Hopefully they don't come to my house and be like, "So you're talking shit, West Virginia, coal mines."
I mean,
Holler at your boy. What if a little dude showed up and he was on like a tricycle and he's like, "Hey, I heard you talk shit. Holler at your boy."
I'm actually, Erica sent over the links to the inns. It's 2 inns actually that her and her family run. One is called the Ernest Inn and the other is called the Albert Inn. This is their Airbnb if you want to check out the, I think you of all people would appreciate
They got like
Yes, I would. I
they got whips chains.
probably.
I love when there's
no
that
offense,
like-
Erica, but you know, you and Jake kind of look kinky. But I hope for my fantasy's sake, mostly from.
I gotta look for one
This
at Airbnb.
where is this at? Wisconsin.
Yeah, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yes.
Oh wow.
It's really cool, man. We need to. You know what? Maybe we should do. We'll do a Helltown
Gorgeous.
trip to the Ernest Inn. To broadcast live from the Ernest Inn in
dude,
2020.
The Helltown podcast.
I'll
from
do
the
a
center of the earth, baby.
We're going live everywhere. We just need to
Dude,
get a better
I'll do a
portable
live
set.
stream from fucking Red Rocks.
Yeah. When are you guys going there?
I'm trying to go to see Coheed. They're playing at Red Rocks.
Yeah.
Like, it's the first time they've ever played there.
Yeah,
So.
that's some hippie shit.
That's all outdoors, right? That's
Yep.
like right.
It's like
super cute, Erica.
So
We're gonna
last
plug
time
it.
I went to Colorado, every time I've been to Colorado, like we've gone out to Red Rocks because the first time we was like, let's do drugs, and like nothing beats acid more than, or nothing beats looking at nature more than doing while you're on acid. So like when you're walking around Red Rocks, that shit like. The ground, you look like you're on Mars at certain points just because like everything is fucking red as fuck. It's like, holy fuck, I'm in like, this is not any.
It was wild for me. Like,
You think when the civilization crumbles and like people are just going through like the remains, like how we do with like the Greeks,
Yeah,
they're gonna look at the Red Rocks amphitheater and look at it like it's like the
Yeah.
Parthenon.
I think that could be a fair
those
estimation.
things. Yeah, those
The amount of
things will
Molly
still be
Booth there
up,
was
probably.
amazing.
Yeah,
So
They'd be
it's
talking
all-
about it in history books. They'd be like, there was a thing called boofing, in which they would
Well-
ingest Molly, which was MDMA,
So-
through the rectum.
I would say that probably happens
Oof.
more at like the other venue. I forget what they called it. Like there's another one called like not Casablancas, but it's something like that, Casavitas or something like that.
Casa Bonita.
But like that's where all like the more like hippier shows. And the parking lot or the I guess the football stadium out there. But like Red Rocks is more. A lot of like smaller trippy bands play there, so it's like they do
How
shit
many
off of the
people
rocks.
does it seat?
It's not that fucking big. Like
Yeah.
we went there and like the actual place where you sit, like because the tickets are expensive for like seats, like where you sit underneath the awning. It's like $250 for like
Do
the
they have a
back row.
concession stand out there?
Yeah, at the top they got a bunch of shit, but you got to walk up every stair known to man.
Yeah,
they
we
don't
walked
have
all
anything.
the way up there. So I'd never been there before, and I already
It's fucking a hike.
I researched a little bit. I already knew about like altitude sickness and all that because sometimes I live up on a mountain, and sometimes if I'm not like at my house for a while and I get up there, I get kind of weird.
Yeah.
So like I already knew what to expect. When we went there, like I'd never been to Red Rocks. It's like it definitely looks like you're in Mars. That shit is wild. Like you're driving and all of a sudden fucking giant mountains.
Yeah,
Out of
that's
fucking
the Sedona
nowhere.
area, right?
Yeah, like it's gorgeous. And we were walking, and at one point, like he's like, "My hands are blue,"
Oh yeah, I turned into a motherfucking Smurf.
and me.
Hey, why is it blue?
So it's like hypoxia.
Yeah, so me
Does that
like the
sound like you got to get checked for what?
No.
exactly right. Like so, like me the
What's
person
hypoxia?
that like sort of like
Oh, it's just like altitude sickness. It's
Yeah.
like where like so like.
Oh,
you're-
it's really high up.
Yeah, you're really high up and you're not used to it. Like, I don't have common sense, so everybody's walking at a pace. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Let's walk at this pace.
yeah.
And, like, I didn't notice it because my hands didn't feel numb or anything. In fact, like, the whole reason I looked at my hand is because I would walk past a cactus and my finger had hit it. And I was like, ow, that hurt.
You
And
didn't
then
feel tired,
nah.
like just winded.
Nah, like, I think I'm used to it from jiu-jitsu because you're, like, got a person laying across your chest and, like, I still got to fucking move. Like, this shit isn't, like, but I probably, if let's say a tiger came out from behind one of them rocks and was like, "Oh, lunch," y'all have got away. I'd have been like, "Oh no."
Yeah, I definitely would have ran.
Oh,
But he
yeah.
was like, "My hands are blue," and I thought he was just fucking with me. And I looked at his hands were like, bright as
I didn't get
Smurf
concerned.
blue.
I didn't get concerned until Brendan looked at him. Like before you looked at him, he was like, "Yeah, they are." I was like, "Oh, that's reassuring, motherfucker."
You're like, I can't drive. Like,
No, I wasn't like I can't drive. I'd have drove, but I was like, maybe it's best I don't drive because I was thinking like, yo, what if my arm turns blue? And I'm like, hey, we all going to die now.
Meanwhile, I already knew what it was, and he's like sitting there WebMD.
Oh, yeah, WebMD,
himself. I'm like, don't. You're gonna
WebMD
give
with his
yourself
tongue
a
They're like-
fucking
even tight.
panic attack.
There's-
Am I going to die? What is in this cactus?
Like, get off your goddamn phone. We'll be fine. And like, of course, we get off the mountain. He's like,
oh yeah, cool.
they're looking a little bit normal now.
Yeah.
You were a little bit.
Oh yeah, I was concerned. I was like, I ain't gonna be the first nigga to lose his finger from walking around outside.
You think it might
My
have
fingers
been
look like my dick. This is terrible.
It's bad. It's pretty blue.
Yeah.
It was kind of scary.
Papa Smurf.
Not for me. I was laughing the whole time.
And then we ate hamburgers and watched No Effects, so it was a good day.
And what Gay says.
Yeah. Perfect.
I saw a video of John Mayer at Red Rocks from a long time ago, and he covered Voodoo Child by Hendrix.
Oh yeah, that's probably like
And,
sounds awesome.
I
as
mean,
shit
I
up
don't
there.
often say someone does something better than Hendrix, but John Mayer did that song better than Hendrix.
A lot of it is the tone. Like Hendrix has the same things that the Dead have because they're so improvisational.
Yeah.
That like you'll hear multiple recordings of the same shit where he does like a bunch of different stuff. So I'd say there are people that are technically like Eddie Van Halen is technically better than Jimi Hendrix, like the shit that he would do, like tapping and like some
but
wild
Jimi
shit.
Hendrix is innovative.
If Jimi Hendrix didn't exist, like everybody else after him wouldn't have existed. Like he is the most important because like before him it was the blues and it was kind of rudimentary and there was rock people and psychedelic people, but he was like, yeah, I'm better than all y'all, and it just
I'm
played.
just a sad motherfucker who laid me some mushrooms. Just
like-
let's fucking play, baby.
Like all the weird shit that they did in metal, where you just all of a sudden like hear like this pinch squeal or this like this flourish. That shit didn't exist before him. It was like the guitar was looked at in a lot of bands as like it wasn't a rhythm instrument, but it was like something that was played almost
keep a
formula.
melody.
Yeah, it played the same thing. Didn't like there wasn't some lead function of it.
There'd be
or
like one moment where you would give him like a solo sometimes
Yeah.
maybe, but like you wouldn't just all throughout just.
yeah, like there was like, I mean there was like
It's like a drummer. Sometimes a drummer will just like fuck around and still keep tempo.
yeah.
But like it's just because when you play something so that repetitively, you're gonna fuck around every now. It's just him doing it with the guitar.
So like the equivalent I think for him on bass is probably going to end up being like Les Claypool. Because like before Les like slapping like people did it, but he's doing like weird shit where it's like
What band was he? That name.
Primus. Like he did
Slapping
all
the
right,
bass,
so
man.
everybody has heard probably in the world has heard Les Claypool play the
Hell
bass
yeah.
because of South Park.
Okay.
Like all the theme songs for all the South Park is Les Claypool or Primus in some fashion. And one of them, he's playing like a bass. Like, have you seen them perform the theme song?
Yeah.
Like, he's got a mop bucket and a bass string attached to a vice grip that he moves to get those sounds. This motherfucker is
He's magical.
yeah, like no, who else does that shit and then like sings through a bullhorn? Or, like
I went to a Les Claypool experience show.
Oh, you're gonna get to see him again, aren't
and,
you?
Like I was just in awe.
Oh, yeah.
Like he can play like I don't know, like maybe he sold his soul. Maybe he is the next Jimi Hendrix.
I saw him in
It's wild, like I was just like so I get to experience that again and I think April?
Yeah, you're
yeah.
going to Sensata, aren't you?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
like it's isn't it? It's Tool.
Pussifer and A Perfect Circle.
Yeah,
Oh no, wait.
it's Primus.
No, yeah, Primus.
Is it Tool? Or is it Perfect Circle?
No, it's Pussifer.
Pussifer, Tool, Primus, and they're all sitting in this area. Apparently, like there's couches on the stage, and different parts of each band come up and perform like 3 songs at a time from one band.
Cool.
So like I think there's a song where Tool plays and Les is playing the bass with Justin Chancellor. So that like from what I've seen, so
Yes,
yeah.
I'm super stoked for that show.
Yeah, dude. Should be awesome.
Yeah.
Sensata.
You know who else is playing soon?
Who's that?
Dead Kennedys. I saw that they were touring.
Yeah, they're playing with HR. They're actually playing at 930 Club.
You mean
I want to go to that
Resources?
shit. No, HR, the lead singer from the Bad Brains, the band that is responsible for hardcore punk in DC. Like there wouldn't be any like I don't know how if too many people know about it, but fucking all the bands Dag Nasty, Minor Threat, even Fugazi, basically all the hardcore and post-hardcore,
Beastie Boys.
Yeah, Beastie Boys, all because they went up to New York City, all the CG, I mean maybe the Cro-Mags, all those hardcore bands in New York probably wouldn't have existed unless they came up there, because they came up with some wild shit. They'd be playing reggae one song, then punk, hardcore.
It was a black band as well.
And they were Rastafarian punk rock dudes
from DC.
And all the band, they're older. They were from the late 60s, early 70s, and started playing music, and then they started playing hardcore punk and doing Rastafarian music. But all these white kids from DC would see them at shows, and they were copying them.
Yeah,
so all those, but they weren't Rasta. The second generation after them were straight edge kids with that was their whole thing, don't do drugs, fucking it was wild. That's how DC was. So
not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. Now they're all the drugs.
Now it's just,
all
yeah, I mean now it's just a bunch of consultants on mushrooms.
Well, I mean, it was easier.
Anxiety, and
it was easier to be that
dude, microdosing, man.
Well, it was easy to be aggressive and punk rock and angry in the 80s because they had Reagan, all those bands. It was the imagery, especially once Bad Brains got kicked out of DC, they couldn't play the original 930 Club anymore because of wild shit. And they had to go to band in DC became that fucking they made millions off that shit. They were smart as fuck. The Capitol building getting electrocuted.
It don't matter what side you believe. You can't tell me this isn't an angsty time that should breed.
Oh yeah, dude.
Lots of art.
But instead, I mean, I'm a big fan of the culture, but I don't know. I don't think we really punk rock so much as look at me.
Since November,
I think quietly punk rock.
I mean, everyone wants to be an influencer.
Why don't we start? We can start a punk rock band right now. We'll play it. You can play the bass with the, we can make a bass out of some sort of bucket.
Oh, dude,
man. I'll play harmonica. You can play. We have to play all weird alt instruments.
I played a butt trumpet.
I play the violin.
Violin. What could you play? The recorder. The catheter. God damn.
Ooh.
I heard you had a wide set urethra, but this is ridiculous.
All right, let's wrap this up anyway. It's getting late.
Wrapping up, baby.
Wrap this bitch up. All right.
That's all we wrap up.
Mr. Singh, sit down for a second. Tell us all about where we can find you. On the social media.
Casing comedy. It's just casing comedy. Y'all will figure it out. But I appreciate y'all for having me on. This has been a lot of fun. And thank you for the beers, by the way. I got a pee so bad. I wish that's something I'm trying.
He's trying to get up.
Pee on himself. We just see if we can get
a project of mine is to get a bigger
Kegel
bladder.
exercises.
See him this Saturday.
Yeah. Tight. So this Saturday coming live at the Catamount Lounge. It is Corinne Singh, and he has a posse of cool people that are going to be coming to play. It's going to be Danny Michael. It's going to be Stephanie Levy. It's going to be Kevin Dodd. It's going to be Songbird Tina Marie.
And it's going
to be hosted by yours truly. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be not that long of a time, but a long enough time. Stay there until 1 a.m.
They said Lunar Sprung said they're going to call it Fist Saturday.
Fisting Saturday also. Shiza Saturday sometimes. That's going to be an amazing show. And I'll be out and about doing some comedy stuff next week, probably at the Hog Shack. I think I'm going to need to. I haven't been to Hog Shack in a while, so I'll probably get out there. I don't know. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Maybe we'll go out tomorrow now. Figure it all out. But yeah, in the meantime, Helltown Radio is where you can find me. Catamount Lounge is where you can find me. Saturday night, Corinne Singh headlining, doing his thing. I also want to shout out my homegirl and homeboys out in Wisconsin, Squid Hammer, Erica and Jake Schultz. They run the Erneston and the Alberton, and Jake actually does. He makes wood for people to. He makes wood planks, he makes artisanal wood planks.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I'm trying. He's got a clever name, and I'm drawing a blank. I think it's Got Wood or something. But it's hold on, I'll look it up. Let me look this up real quick so I can plug this right. But anyways, they have the Albert Inn as well as the. Hold on, let's see here.
Go ahead, do it. You're gonna do it.
I'm not gonna do it.
Do it.
I'm working on my impulse control.
Impulse control.
I mean, now you can't just go ahead and say.
Oh, I was gonna make my own brand called Boner Tables or something.
Boner Tables.
I'm not instead of Got Wood. I'm just gonna be Dick Tables.
Yeah, man, it's got these.
Stand on 4 legs.
Oh well, it's not as crafty as I thought. It's Schultz's portable sawmill and woodcrafting LLC out there. They make some really.
I'm gonna call mine George's,
Spotswood.
George's dick cutter.
Like, I need some big old wood for my man.
Big cock wood cutters.
Big cock turd cutters, even better.
Turd cut boner cutters.
Yeah.
But
shout out to Erica and Jake, Squid Hammer. If you don't know about them, now you do. Say what's up to my mom. Hey, Mom. Anybody else I may have missed? I love everybody. Kelly, love you.
Oh, Lunar Sprunk, fuck you. I was not trying out for the Blue Man Group.
Well, you shouldn't have shown. You shouldn't have shown up with your genitals painted blue. That iconic blue.
Oh, God damn it. All right, Lita, where can everybody find your artwork that you've made over the years? The most awesome shit. Like, I put my stuff off camera because my dog knocked the shell off.
It's okay. I get it. I have dogs. I have a toddler that stomps around and all.
Oh yeah, he's a ninja.
He breaks things in 2 seconds. He's like,
I snuck up on it and I broke his neck.
He literally looks me in the eye when he does it too. He's like. Anyways, you can find my art portfolio on Instagram. That's that is odd all _. I haven't really posted a lot of stuff because I'm sort of focusing on creating stuff for the wine festival that just got announced on Facebook. So look out for that one.
Wine and arts.
Super excited. Yeah, I'm gonna be drinking wine and selling. Hopefully all of my stuff again, like I did last time. That was cool.
You better have that wood fire pizza.
I don't know. It's their wine. I just sell the art.
Oh, dude, yeah. It's like they'll have a bunch of different booths. Like, I mean, there's Front Royal Wine, but there's all kinds of vineyards and like places around here.
It's a big wine town.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. This whole like area, like there's lots of vineyards. Like pretty much like up over by like Middleburg, all the way down 81 towards us, then towards down 66, like the foothills of the mountains and on top of the mountains. It's good areas.
How often you guys go out to like Skyline Drive? Is that something you guys are over because you live nearby it?
I have an annual pass, so I go like I try to get there a lot, like I used to, but like after having a kid, it kind of gets.
Y'all have to camp there, or is it just like driving?
So it depends on where you go. You have to get like a permit if you're gonna camp, like, you know, what is it called? Backcountry camping, yeah. So you're gonna have to like have a permit for that, and you're not allowed to have a fire. It's not like going to a traditional.
You're big on light pollution, right?
Yeah. Well, they also don't want you to burn the fucking forest down. So, like it's not like the traditional like camping in a campground sort of thing, but you can like camp like backcountry, and then as you get like closer, like as you drive a little bit down towards like Blue Ridge Parkway, there's like more traditional parks where you can actually go camping. And they have like RV hookups and stuff like that.
And the big thing about Skyline Drive is that you can see like the sky and
absolutely
and the drive.
Yeah, the drive is beautiful. Also, there's like overlooks and stuff, but there's also hidden like gems. You don't always have to go on an overlook. You can like I found.
Oh yeah, you can go down in the woods. Walk all the way downhill, not thinking about it. Your knees not hurting that bad. This ain't that bad. She said it's not that bad.
I found blueberries. Fuck you.
Looking for a bunch of blueberries.
Wild blueberries.
So I should pick the berries around there. That's
no.
What he's saying is don't ever go hiking with me because I'm gonna take you the long way.
No.
Unless you want to do same-sex mouth to mouth, don't go hiking with George.
It's not even the fact. It's not even anything about the hike other than your.
I do lie about it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's all I've ever said.
You guys wouldn't go with me if I said
yes,
it was 5
I would.
miles.
I would still go and say if you say it's 5 miles. But when you tell
like,
motherfucker it's a mile and it's downhill, lying bitch. What you talking about? Look at my knees.
He was like sweating his ass off. He's
yeah,
like,
I'd have worn mesh shorts if this was. I was wearing jeans.
I was like, didn't you bring your water? I left it in the car. I'm like, why?
You said it was a mile.
Why would you do that? Silly.
It was 5 times the length of that original length.
Wow.
Nah, but it was worth it. There was a cool ass waterfall at the bottom.
Yeah,
I've never said the hike wasn't fucking good. I've always said, hey, that was significantly
the waterfall
longer.
was awesome, wasn't it? Also, the blue. Like when I took your kid.
Oh yeah,
hiking,
dude.
Like I thought she was gonna kill me. But I found blueberries.
It's
Hello.
the same thing with her. You just got to tell her exactly how long it's going to be, and she's like, "I'm prepared." And like,
Yeah, I definitely lied.
All she said was, "She's like, Matthew threw up."
It's probably the blueberries.
I was definitely like overexerting. Yeah, I'm bad about that. Sorry, guys.
No, it's hilarious though. It's a theme. It's
like an adventure. You never know where you're gonna find.
Yeah, but you've told me about other adventures where like, and then we had to walk down the street for like you and one of your friends like just got lost.
No,
Hey, we might get raped.
No, that's so like we went down like a path, and this. I love Lisa to death. She just got out of like her like she was deployed in Afghanistan. And she was like, I can read maps and I can do this. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I was like relying on her like expertise to read a map, but she wasn't as good as like, it's because it's not Afghanistan. It's fucking mountains, it's not the same. So we kept going down and down and down. I'm like, we haven't gone up yet. I feel like the farther down we go, the more up we're going to have to go when we figure out that this is not the way we're supposed to be going. And she's like, no, we're fine. And then eventually we see these two people on horses, like walking by, and they're like, hey, you guys look lost. And we were like, yeah, we were on Skyline. And the lady was like, you're like 7 miles from Skyline right now.
Nightmare. Can I get a lift? You mind if I jump on the back? What's up?
Exactly. I looked at her, I was like, I don't have any water. I ran out of water. I don't have any of that stuff right now. Also, I'm starving. So it took us like, I want to say 6 hours to go back up. I thought I was going to die. I definitely thought I was going to die. And then there's these people that were driving, like, they were leaving, and they saw that we were in distress. And the guy was like, we have water and chicken. And we literally got a ride from that. Like, I'm not even kidding. From there to the parking lot with his family of children. And they're all eating. Where do you get fried chicken? In the middle of Skyline. And it was warm.
Where
it was
don't you get fried chicken?
It was warm fried chicken. And
they probably
water.
packed it.
But you know what? Thank God for them, because we got to eat some fried chicken and drink water. It was like 6 hours of nothing. I was so thirsty. Yeah. Thank you, Lisa, for getting us
All right,
wildly
so Skyline
lost.
Drive. That's the place to check out.
Yeah, Pete the Skyline. Haven't been there once since I moved here, except for on the aforementioned 5 mile hike.
Yeah.
You see the stars and stuff though?
Oh no, I haven't been up there at night, not once.
Damn, you guys see like many stars
awesome,
around here in Front Royal?
Oh yeah, where I live.
This is a good start.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. One time I took acid and I was sitting on a porch, and it looked like Star Wars. So it's actually quite awesome. It was so fucking awesome that I had to keep closing my eyes. I was like, this is too intense. I think I might have a seizure. There's Orion's belt. Oh, it's also over there flashing.
Yeah, everything looked like Orion's belt to me, honestly.
Yeah, here.
Orion got.
If you got a vivid enough imagination,
I'd be like
looks
seeing
like
Orion's dick,
belt.
though. All right, go over to at Helltown Radio on all the socials. I gotta change my Instagram. My personal Instagram is Dirtbag Radio, which makes it hella confusing even when I'm posting things.
No, you can still look up. There's still shows. If you look up Dirtbag Radio, there are episodes that you can listen to if you want to.
Oh yeah, there's probably a bunch of fucking.
Listen to.
There's probably stuff online of us going to like things like Cannabis Cup.
There's the Flex Matthews.
Oh, the Flex Matthews
interview.
Yeah, and if you look up, I don't know if Phone Homie stuff is still up, but there's a couple episodes. You were on.
It actually popped up on my memories the other day.
Oh, where we were sitting in there.
It's kind of bittersweet, yeah.
Good show.
Mhm.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, go over to Helltown Radio, Spotify, download stuff. We're gonna get a T-shirt cannon. I'm gonna fire that shit at people. You know, you're never gonna expect it. It's gonna be like a cannon. You're going to be sitting on your lawn and get a T-shirt in the face. That's how we're gonna sell them.
Just drive-bys.
Yeah, no, like you're gonna book a time. It'll be like $25 for a T-shirt, but I have to drive and deliver it and shoot it at you if you're in driving distance. I'll be like,
They do it execution style, like
I'll
really
be like,
close.
you better. I'll be like, Copenhagen.
Give them what they want.
Give it. You're one ugly motherfucker. I'll be like, why did he just scream that at me? He's dead tired. All right. It's your week. Suplex it. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.